Yo, what's up guys, hope you guys are doing good. So today we are gonna see, what if Naruto was reincarnation of Sage of Six Paths, and got harem movie. So before we start, go check out the author of this fanfic, Sohara Mitsuki, link is in the description, and also subscribe to our channel, and like this video. So let's get into the video. Konoha no Sato, one of the greatest shinobi village in the elemental nation, also one of the strongest since it was found. However, 12 years ago an incident appeared. That incident is the release of Kyuubi no Yoko, the strongest tailed beast, but the beast itself being defeated by Yondaime Hokage, who sealed the beast into a young-born child, and his name is Naruto Uzumaki. 6 years later, Naruto Uzumaki, a 6-year-old boy, with a spiky blonde hair, and azure ocean blue sky eyes, and 3 whiskers birthmark in each cheeks. He is also a loud-mouthed knucklehead blonde, who run around the village trying to find friends, despite the hostile action from the village. But he is always being shunned off, and never found a true friends. But he is also a gutsy boy that will never give up, and he dreams for the village to finally acknowledge him, and become Hokage. Naruto, who running from the mob of the angry village tried to escape from them from constant beating from the villagers. He is now wearing a black shirt with a whirlpool swirls and pattern, and a red pants, tried to running till he found himself in the dead-end alley. He leaned backwards till he found himself can't move anymore. He is always thinking why? Why they hate me? What did I do to make the whole villagers hate me? They always called him demon brat demon, or many other things that forced him to grow more mature than the other kids. Naruto whimpered, as the mob started walking towards the blonde with a knife, and various weapons to the alley. Why? Why are you doing this time? Please leave me alone. He begged with a scary tone in his voice. As if we will do that, you killed our entire family that night, you demon brat, shouted one of the villagers. Yeah, Yondaime should have just killed you. We don't need demons crawling over our village, shouted another villager. But I didn't do anything, please. If you hate me, just leave me alone. Naruto with a strained voice tries to beg, but only makes them angry. No matter, let's just kill him, he ordered, and all of them running towards the blonde to beat him, torture, and try to kill him. Naruto, fearing for his life being beaten all over again, shut his eyes, and from the beating, but he had enough, and snapped his eyes open to find his eyes were different. His eyes were a purple, and ripple pattern all over his eyes with a 3 in each of his circle line until he shouted, Shinra Tensei. The group of mobs who launched themselves at Naruto suddenly being pushed by an unknown force till it knocks them unconscious. Naruto simply fainted after doing that jutsu, until being catched by a dog mask A&B with a silver hair which looks like defy gravity. Naruto, I'm truly sorry for not being able to truly protect you, sensei, I have failed. Frowning tiredly with a Naruto in his hands, and began roof walking towards the Hokage tower. Inside Naruto mindscape, Naruto opened his eyes, and found himself to be in a damp sewer. He is confused why is being in the sewer. The villager must be throwing him here, which Naruto tried to find a way out until he found a giant cage with a kanji which means seal. He walks slowly towards the cage. Hello? Tried to ask, as if trying to find someone there. A pair of giant red eyes snapped open, and Naruto yelped in surprise. So, my jailer has finally come to meet me. Tell me boy, what do you want to asked the giant figure with a demonic voice. Who are you? And where is this place? And why are you being held in a cage? Naruto asked despite the fear that he is still a gutsy child. This is your mindscape for who I am. I am the greatest tailed beast Kyuubi no Yoko. But that Yondaime caught me, and sealed within you, Kyuubi roared, making Naruto flinch. Suddenly Naruto heard hum, and was angry, sad, and many emotions filled his mind. So they really are true, I am a demon. He began sobbing till he cried, but Kyuubi just snorted. No, you stupid human! I am demon while you are my jailer, but if you want I will destroy the village for you, and leave you alive by taking these seals off me. Kyuubi smirked behind the cage. Naruto also knows his motives, and shouts, why should I do that? It's because of you that the village hates me. Why did you attack the village? I am not trying to attack the village, you puny human. I have been controlled by a masked man, and I am certainly going to kill him. Kyuubi clawed his hand into the cage. If that is true, then you are the same with me. It means you are alone. Can I be your friend? He looked Kyuubi with tiny smile. Kyuubi looked at the tiny human, and was surprised. No one ever wanted to be his friend, and the only person who he respects is his father Rikudou Sennin. To think that this child was trying to befriend him is surprising. And why should I? I never liked humans in the first place. They were just used as weapons. And all humans are like that. I would never want to befriend humans, Kyuubi roared. But Naruto didn't fear him, instead just smiling at him until a voice from the other side where Naruto came from. Footsteps came towards the cage. He is a young man roughly in his mid to late 20s. He was roughly 5'10", and had short, silver hair that was mildly spiked except for 2 large spikes of hair on the top of his head that gave the impression of horns. His eyes were light purple with 6 circles rippling from a small pupil in the center of his eyes. As for the rest of his appearance, he was dressed in a dark gray combat gi over a simple, black monk's garb. Over the bottom part of his monk robe was samurai armor. Over all of this was a white, high-collared haori with an eye like his own over 9 magatama in a block formation on the back of it. Around his neck was a necklace with 6 red magatama on it, and around his waist was a belt that held a sword in its sheath. In the man's hand was a golden staff with a ring on the top, and 6 individual rings connected to it like the ends of a chain. "Long time no see, Kurama." The young man with a smile greeted him. Kyubi, who is now known as Kurama, stepped back in surprise. "Impossible, I know you are gone. There is no way you are alive, I see you dead. How could you be alive?" The young man just walked towards the cage, and saw the young boy with blonde hair then ruffled his hair, making Naruto surprised by his appearance, and nobody ever ruffled his hair except for Sandame Gigi. With a smile the young man killed so he could see Naruto in the eyes. "Naruto, I am surprised to see you want to be a Kurama friend, weren't you afraid?" he asked. Naruto looks at him with a big smile. "Because Kyubi is alone, I don't know why, but I think Kyubi is not that bad," the young man replied with a smile of his own. "You are right, Kurama isn't bad, however Kurama always having a hard time, because he is always alone, and the people who hungered for power try to make him, as their weapon. Truly I am very disappointed with their act, and I thought I am already bring peace by giving the tail beasts to protect them, but I was wrong. And now I want to know that you are my reincarnation, Naruto." Naruto was about to reply until Kurama interrupted them. Rikudou Gigi, why are you still alive? I mean really, this is really surprising." The man known as Rikudou gained a tick mark on his forehead, and pointed his staff at him. "Who are you calling Gigi? I am not that old. You ungrateful son!" Kurama just snorted. "Whatever, the thing I know is you are already old, and just your young appearance here doesn't mean you are not old." Rikudou Gigi. Kurama burst into laughter. The young man just sighed at his son's behavior, mumbling about ungrateful son until Naruto tugged his clothes. "So Rikudou Gigi, why are you here, and why are you friendly with the Kyubi?" Kurama burst into laughter again with Naruto calling him that way too while Rikudou's eyes were twitched annoyed by Kurama's act. He sighs. "Naruto, I will tell you something, alright?" Naruto nodded. "The thing is Kyubi is my son, I am the one who created him, as why I am here, you are my reincarnation, and we will be, as a one person, my past abilities, a little bit of my look, my memories, and you will also have these eyes, my evolved Rinnegan. As for my name you could call me Rikudou Sennin, the people here know me only as a myth because time has already flowed by, and many people won't recognize me. As into why am I your reincarnation, it's because I see good in you Naruto, you will be child of prophecy who will save the world once again." Naruto looked in awe, and then jumped to the air with a fist punching through air. "Wow, awesome, Rikudou Gigi is my past one, and I am not just going to be Hokage, but the one who will save the world." Rikudou couldn't help but smile, as he ruffled his hair again. "Naruto, now I will reveal who your real parents are." Naruto finally looked at him with a serious face. "Rikudou Gigi, tell me, who are they? Why did they leave me? Did they love me or they hated me?" "Now listen Naruto, your parents love you till the end their lives, but don't worry about it, for your father names, he is your idol Yandame Hokage, Yellow Flash Minato Namikaze, and your mother is Red Death Habanero Kushina Uzumaki. Both of them are a great ninja till the end of their lives to protect the village. But Naruto, don't let those hatred consume you, but you must be able to control emotion, and you must promise me that you will become strong to protect those who care about you." Naruto, who already had tears in his eyes, hugging him, as if life depended on him. "Arigato, Rikudou Gigi, now I know they love me, but I will also protect the village they were once saved." Rikudou could only nod. "Good Naruto, you are truly my reincarnation, and for more of your information Naruto, my weapons that once scattered I am already put in your apartment, and also my teaching for the eyes were also there, and you must train, as hard as you could to reach the top form. After this our soul will merge, and I will be one with you. As for Kurama, I will talk to him now." Naruto could only nod it. Rikudou Sennin moved into the cage, and put his hand palm towards the paper seal, and channeled chakra into it to replace it with a new seal. 6th Path Art, Yin-Yang Seal. The kanji seal changed into the shape of Yin-Yang. He let out a deep breath. "Kurama, I will tell you that I am happy to see you once again. But know that I will also become one with the child, so I expect you to cooperate with him, and know that I love you, as a son." Tusan, a single tear went through his cheeks until something felt a tug in the tails, and saw Naruto sleeping in his fur. "Comfy," Naruto said while sleeping. Kurama let out a small smile, as his father slowly disappeared in the white light towards Naruto. I guess I will be seeing you again in Naruto then too, San. Kurama chuckled. It seems so. Rikudou Sennin closed his eyes and disappeared from existence, while Kurama only sleep with Naruto who sleep leaning at his tails. Outside the Mindscape Hokage Tower, Hokage is strongest shinobi in Konoha no Sato sitting in his desk with a stack of paperwork, his worst nemesis. He never know how the Yondaime could done it fast. He wanted to find out, but he is too old for this shit. The one who are taking the seat of Hokage once again is Sandaime Hokage. After the incident of Kyuubi, he is appointed to be Hokage once again. He is still wondering how Naruto could be a normal child between the village, although it seems that he is very tired with this work until a door being knocked. Come in. The man who came is the same person who wore Anbu outfit with a dog mask, and is now carrying Naruto in his hand. Inu, what happened to Naruto? Is he being beaten to the ground again? He frowned to look at the child, but there was no single wound in his body. No, sir, but Naruto used a strange jutsu to push all of the mob to the ground, and a moment later he fainted, he explained, as he lay down Naruto in the couch. I see, well let me talk with him when he is awake. You are dismissed, Inu, he ordered, and Inu leave in the swirl of the leaves. A few minutes later woke up, and rubbed his eyes to see a better vision, and his eyes were now different, a pair of purple eyes with a circle around it with 3 tomatoes each of the circle. While he could feel Rikudou Sennin power, Naruto realized that his memories of Rikudou Sennin came to him rapidly till he is remember everything, and all of his power, but he also need to adapt to his body. Now that he have the power of the Sennin, he looked around the room that he is familiar with, the Hokage office. He stopped the chakra to his eyes to stop the Rinnegan, and returned to his sky blue eyes with a black slit in the middle. He went to the chair in front of the Hokage's desk, and greeted the old man. Hi Gigi, shouted the new Naruto. He must keep the act together now that he is Rikudou Sennin, and Naruto himself, he must go through the art of deception. So is there anything you want, Gigi? He asked with a smile, and an innocent tone. Sarutobi looked up to see Naruto awake. Oh Naruto, good to see you awake. How are you doing, my child? He asked. I'm fine, Gigi. You know, just running around, and making pranks. He grinned. Sarutobi chuckled. Well, that's good, Naruto. But remember, you have to be careful. Now I want to ask you something. One of my shinobi just passed around, and saw you almost being beaten until you used some sort of jutsu. Do you know anything about it, my child? He asked. No, the thing that I remember is being surrounded, and then I just fainted, that's all. Half true, he is almost being beaten. But now he has to be more careful the next time that happens so that he couldn't carelessly kill someone. The mobs that chased him that day were lucky, but the next time they won't. Is there anything else, Gigi? Sarutobi shook his head. No, Naruto, you can leave now, and please be careful, I am really worried about you. Naruto gives him a grin. No problem, Gigi. Remember, I will take that hat from you one day, he shouted, then running to the door then shut it. Sarutobi just chuckles at the boy antic. He is so much like a certain redhead that he knows. One day you will be Naruto, one day. Naruto apartment. Naruto just reached his apartment, and quickly went through, opened the door, and shut it tightly once it closed. Finally, he walked to the room, and moved through a couple of hand seals Kuchiyos no Jutsu. A loud poof, and a very large scroll appeared. Inside it his old outfit, weapons, jutsu, taijutsu movement, fuinjutsu, genjutsu, kinjutsu, juinjutsu. His outfit in the last world is necklace with a red 6 magatama, golden monk staff with a circle on top with a 6 rings inside it, Haori with a 9 magatama with a Rinnegan on top of it, along with a monk garb, and samurai armor he had. His weapons consist of the Bashijin, Benehiseigo, Kokinjo, Shikisaiken, and Kahaku no Johei. There is a jutsu scroll inside the large one. Theirs consist of basic element fire, wind, water, earth, lightning, and the sub-elements consist of ice release, scorch release, swift release, dust release, lava release, boil release, storm release, wood release, crystal release, blaze release, magnet release, dark release, light release, steel release, explosion release. The last jutsu is Yin release, Yang release, and Yin Yang release. Satisfying. Naruto nodded. All in all, it's time to bring peace once again. He swore he won't stop until everything is returned back to where it should, and the people will once again in peace, not in rivalry and war. Now his first step is to retrain his jutsu, and remastered once again. He will be very busy, so he will need to create a clone, which the clone will be left in the village while he train, and travel across the elemental nation, with unfamiliar hand seals. Yin Yang release, blood clone. With that the clone finally emerged, Yin Yang blood clone, not only solid, but will be able to hold till his return to the village, and will not die till the user say to dispel, or die. The use also will have the memory of the clone, much like Kage. Bunshin, and he also have the Rinnegan in case he will get into trouble. Listen, I will be returning in about 6 years, so you must replace me for a while till I return, and act like I usually act, and don't reveal anything deep, do you understand? Hi boss, the blood clone shouted. He nodded, he took a deep breath, and with that he resealed all of his stuff inside the large scroll, and turned into his older self with a full transformation, Kagehenge. Then he wear all of his past self outfit. He dressed in a dark grey combat GI over a simple, black monk's garb. Over the bottom part of his monk robe was samurai armor. Over all of this was a white, high-collared haori with an eye like his own over 9 magatama in a block formation on the back of it. Around his neck was a necklace with 6 red magatama on it, and around his waist was a belt that held a sword in its sheath. In the man's hand was a golden staff with a ring on the top, and 6 individual rings connected to it like the ends of a chain, and finally with a scroll in his back waist. Well, then I shall be off. With that he left with a swirl of vortex, and reappeared outside the wall of Konoha no Sato. With that the journey began. It has been 6 years since the real Naruto left, and this will be the last day the blood clone does his job. Aside from the brash personality, it was just a mask, and the blood clone will finally dispel. In the distance a shadow slowly approaching the village of Konoha. The shadow finally revealed the spiky blonde hair with the 2 horns like bangs, pair of sky blue eyes, 3 whiskers mark in each cheeks. His body were lean and athletic with 6-pack abs will make a woman droll, respectively 170 centimeters height. His clothes consist of simple GI armor over a simple, black-orange monk garb. Over the bottom part of his monk robe was samurai armor. Over all of this was a reddish with black flames pattern below it, high-collared haori with an eye like his own over 9 magatama in a block formation on the back of it. Around his neck was a necklace with 6 red magatama on it, and around his waist was a belt that held a sword in its sheath. In the man's hand was a golden staff with a ring on the top, and 6 individual rings connected to it like the ends of a chain, and finally with a scroll in his back waist. This is none other than Naruto Uzumaki. After a long journey he has returned with his skill might be stronger than the last time in his previous life in the future. Right now he is 12 years old, but people might think he is 16 years old. After dispelling the blood clone in his apartment, he quickly leaves with a swirl vortex, and leaves without a trace to his apartment. There he could see the room was quite tidy, not too much of dust. He guesses that the clone did his job well. After he received the clone memories he couldn't help, but shook his head sagely. Whether the people of Konoha are foolish or as it was just him, everything will need to be done in the future. Despite the only people he think is precious are Hokage, Ichiraku family, the rest might be not care about him. He also remembers his time in the academy. His only friends are Hinata the shy girl, Shikamaru the lazy genius, Choji the Akimichi, Shino the bug boy, and Kiba the mutt. The people in the class that he didn't like are Sasuke the broody arrogant, Sakura the pink banshee, and Ino the queen gossip. He also knows that tomorrow is an exam for graduation. After that he will be officially shinobi, and he will not be beaten again, although he could just beat them now since he is already the same as his past self. Basically he is in his prime while he defeats the Jubi. He has also relearned and remastered the technique he used in his past self, mainly the 6th element, and Yin-Yang release, the sub-element. He also mastered all of it. But he knew that it will be much more to attract many people, mainly shinobi, to take him back to their own village for power. Kekkai Genkai. Mainly it is a sub-element user, and a more unique ability. He took a deep breath, and slept for the tomorrow exam. He knew many people still hate him, but he noticed in his memory that there is also who sympathy for him. He also respects the people who accept him for who he is. With that he sleeps. Mindscape. He woke up in the middle of the forest with a high mountain and water source. He also saw Kurama sleeping in the distance near the approach Kurama till he was close enough. Kurama awakened in the presence of Naruto. The mindscape has changed for the comfort of Kurama so could move around, and not be cramped in the cage. So, what is it that Rikudou-sama wants with me? The large 2 eyes saw the man in front of him. Tick marks appear in Naruto's head. How many times do I have to tell you that no Sama? Do you think I am God to begin with? Kurama just rolled his eyes. I don't really care if you are still my father. Nonetheless, what is it that you require from my 2-san? Kurama asked with a smirk. He let out a sigh. How many times do we have this conversation? About 1,800 times now. Kurama deadpanned. Oh, that is now really nice. Well, I guess my primary objective now is to gather all of your brother and sister Kurama, although all of them were spread out through the land. We can't take action for now. We have Ichibi no Shikaku in the Sunagakure, Nibi no Matatabi in the Kumogakure, Sanbai no Isabu in Kirigakure, Yambi no Son Goku in Iwagakure, Gobi no Koko in Iwagakure, Rokubi no Saiken in Kirigakure, Nanabai no Chomei and Takigakure, Hachibi no Gyuki and Kumogakure, and all of them were very hate in their own village. We will gather all of Jinchuriki before they were in the wrong hands, but for now we wait for 3 years, he said sagely. But why not now? We could have saved them. Those people are just foolish, roared Kurama. Easy Kurama. I know that I care for your brother and sister, but we have to wait. Somehow my Geto Mazo statue is not in my equipment. That means someone must have stolen it. We have to wait for Kurama. But I promise all of your brother and sisters will be safe. Kurama just growled, then let out a sigh. Well then, I am really tired right now, we better sleep. He leaned at Kurama fur and slowly closed his eyes. Kurama rolled his eyes. Yeah, well, I am about to sleep till you wake me up. Well, just shut up and get back to sleep. Grr, fine. With that, the two of them sleep, waiting for the new day's arise. Next day, Naruto awake to see the day has arrived for him to be a shinobi. Naruto went through the shower and made Kage Bunshin for his breakfast. After he finished showering and dressed in his usual outfit at his travel. After he finished breakfast, he locked his apartment and moved through the road. He doesn't want to move at the rooftop because he wanted to saw the village when he is gone. The look on the villagers were all various. The elder think that he is sort of like Yandame Hokage. The man look at him with a glare because his figure. Meanwhile the girl all squeak like a high school girl who found their idol. The road to say at least strange for him. Not all the time he get praise, but he also got the look of suspicious from the shinobi Chunin till Jounin. Who is that? I don't know if he looks like Yandame. Yandame-sama? That man is so cool and handsome. He looks like a monk. Yeah, look at that staff. Naruto couldn't help but smile. It seems the civilians are confused who he is. After all, the one who used to prank and troublemaker. But now he is a cool with calculative vision. He strolled through the academy. Inside the academy. Once inside the class, they were confused who he is since they don't know who wears something like a monk inside the academy. Various reaction. Sasuke just HN, he didn't really care cause he always thought that he is the best. Sakura confused to hell. Who is this person? She thought that he only wear that so he could get attention from her. Ino could only droll at the hotness of this person. Choji only eating his potato chip, as usual. Shino as well. Shino. Hinata, who recognized who he is, fainted with nosebleed. Kiba just looked dumbfounded. Who is this monk? Shikamaru gazes at the man just looking sleepy, and continues his sleep. He sat at the back row of the classes, all of them mumbling who is the hot hunk, until Irika came to the class. He gazed at his class when he saw the blonde hair with a monk-like dress. Alright class, we will begin the exam now. The class was still noisy. Will you brat shut up? Using his demonic head jutsu, he shut everyone in the class. It amazes Naruto how he could do that. Alright kids, time to start the exam. The first exam, how he could call it, the written exam, but in his case, Mizuki is casting a genjutsu in his paper, making it a Jounin level exam, making it impossible. But he see it, he dispelled the genjutsu, then start answering the exam. It was rather easy, not that hard. After the first exam done, they are walking outside to test their throwing skill. Most of the civilian were not even 5, but the clan heir and heiress were still good at least. Sasuke having 9 out of 10 kunai throwing, 9 out of 10 shuriken throwing. Sakura surprisingly 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 pretty good for a civilian. Shino is 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Hinata 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Kiba is good too for actually hit 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Shikamaru only have 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 because he said it is too troublesome. Choji 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Ino 7 out of 10. 6 out of 10 quiet good for Gossip Queen. Naruto is the last. Naruto, it's your turn. Before he could even start, Sasuke gave a smirk. Good luck, you'll need a dope, he said arrogantly. Naruto just rolled his eyes because of Time's arrogant attitude. He then started swinging his own kunai and shuriken, hitting all of the vital spots, making all of their jaws drop, all of them hitting 10 tenths, 10 out of 10. He just stood there waiting for Irika to say something at least. Irika-sensei, how is it? Asked with a foxy grin. That's good Naruto, I'm impressed. He wrote the result. After the throwing test, all of them were thinking, is this Naruto that they knew all this year? They never knew that all of the years it was just an act. The next test is Taijutsu test, nothing really impressive. All of the clan heir were at least have potential unlike the civilian. The last test is between Naruto and Sasuke. Will Naruto Uzumaki and Sasuke Uchiha come out? Irika announced. Naruto just impassively looks at the smirk of that arrogant bastard, as he truly thinks he could defeat everyone with just demanding them. How foolish, to think he is the descendant of his older son in his past life. How ironic. Sasuke just smirks. Dope, why don't you just give up? There is no way you can defeat me. Naruto just silently raised his left eyebrow. With this, Sasuke angered, Irika started the match. Sasuke moved into his interceptor fist, That's supposedly better with the Sharingan since have not unlocked the Sharingan yet, it is not effective. Meanwhile Naruto just stand there not interested carved in his face. Also doesn't even bother move from the spot. Hajime. Iruka started. Sasuke leapt forward, and enter his right fist to Naruto's face, but stopped by Naruto. The most surprising he only used one finger. This angered Sasuke more. He tried to kick him with his left leg, but being stopped with another of his finger. Sasuke tried to launch a hit on the dope. Unfortunately Naruto doesn't even move from the spot. Then with just a palm Naruto placed it at his chest, making Sasuke blown backwards till he hit the wall. Spider crack appeared behind it. Iruka-sensei called the match. He impassively moved out of the ring. Hi, the winner of this match, Naruto Uzumaki. He lost in his thought. Naruto, when did you get this strong? While everyone dumbfounded with Naruto action, Sasuke fangirls only told Iruka that he is cheating, but Iruka know better. Meanwhile the clan heir leave a smirk at the arrogant prick. Only Sakura who's screeching like a banshee while Ino seemed to look at the blonde with a new light. Naruto no baka, what have you done to Sasuke Kyuin? Sakura shouted while Naruto just stared at her behind his Haori. I don't know what you are talking about, Haruno. It is practically fair, and if you keep yourself for being a fangirl I suggest you quit being a shinobi before it's too late. After that he just went inside for the final exam, leaving the group dumbfounded by the cold and harsh attitude, while Iruka just wondered what happened to the blonde. The final exam, so it seems just a simple henge, kawarimi, bunshin no. He just saw that this is very basic. He himself already knows the advance of those kinds, but he uses the variation of yin-yang release to make it more sturdier and powerful. Naruto knows that he is in total control of his chakra, he just hit it. After the exam is finished, he chose his Hittite he chose with the black color, he then strapped it at his forehead. Then walked through the village with Iruka who want to treat him with ramen. Well, he really missed the ramen after a while. He knew that his new self were really fond of ramen, orange, and many strange thing he realized. Iruka also asked if there is something with the blonde since he is partially strong enough, but he hide it well. After they both went inside Ichiraku, Naruto ordered the most. Aji-san, 10 bowls of miso ramen, and 5 shrimp ramen. Naruto, is that really you? Tucci, who gives him a strange look, dumbfounded with the new Naruto. Well, who else will order that much ramen? He shrugged. Anyway, where is Ayame-chan? Well, she is in the back. I'll call for him shortly. Guess who's just graduated? Tucci called for his daughter. Era, it must be Naruto-kun? She looked at Naruto with a red blush on her face. In front of her is a man with an athletic body with a round face, and sky blue eyes, 3 whiskers mark in each cheek. Naruto, is that you? She pointed at him. He just gives a foxy grin, of course. Who do you think I am? Huge blush appeared on her face that looked like a tomato. Well, it's just that I really think that she could not utter another, as Tucci laughed. Well, Naruto, you are a very lady killer yourself, huh? He gave Naruto a smirk, while Naruto just blushed. Well, I don't know about that, you think so? He slurped his noodles. Of course, I knew my boy well. After that Naruto and Iruka talked about many things, as he wanted to know how Naruto became powerful. So, Naruto, this morning you are very surprised. Not usually you show me that skill. Well, it's just that I am always training, and surely I never neglect. Iruka nodded. I see, well, you keep up the good work, Naruto. I am really proud of you. He patted Naruto back. Naruto just smiled at his precious people after receiving the memories of his clone. He knew that Iruka is a kind person, and different from anyone in the village. He cared for him even though he always pulled the prank. After eating with a total of 20 bowl of ramen making Iruka cry anime tears from making him broke, Naruto went to his apartment. But eventually he felt a spike of chakra that tried to escape from Konoha no Sato. He remembered it well. Who is this chakra signatures? It is Mizuki. He quickly ran to the forest where Mizuki chakra was. He finally found him with a huge forbidden scroll at his back. All the while Naruto decides to surprise him by kicking him in the gut, making him fall from the tree. Mizuki-san, what are you doing here with a forbidden scroll? Naruto asked. Demon brat, you better get out of my way before I kill you. He threw one of his giant shuriken to Naruto, but Naruto only took the handle and returned it to Mizuki, forcing him to dodge. Not bad for a demon brat. Before I kill you, let me tell you why you are hated in this village. Naruto only raises an eyebrow. Why, please do tell me. With a maniacal laugh he told Naruto. It's because you are Kyubi no Yoko. 12 years ago you almost killed the whole village. Now do you understand that, huh? Naruto only feigned hurt, and a second later he laughed, making Mizuki confused. Why would he laugh? I already know that, you traitor. With that he disappeared with a swirl of vortex appearing behind Mizuki, knocking him out with a single finger. What a foolish traitor. Well, better leave him to ANBU or I am gonna be accused of taking the scroll. With that he places a blocked chakra system seal at Mizuki before leaving with a swirl of vortex to his apartment. Hokage office. One of the ANBU Nico, a kunoichi with a Nico mask, and long straight purple hair, came to report the incident of Mizuki betrayal. Sarutobi is still busy with his paperwork. Hokage-sama. Nico, tell me if the traitor is captured? Asked the old Hokage. Hi, we successfully captured the traitor. However, we found a strange Hokage-sama. Sarutobi raised an eyebrow. Oh, and how do you say that we don't even? I mean, what is that strange? Nico nodded high. The strange thing is he were unconscious. Also there is a seal for blocking Mizuki chakra with a black bruise behind his neck that we assume that he is knocked out by someone, and the forbidden scroll were in the ground. It's like the man doesn't want to take it. Sarutobi taps his chin. Whoever she is a good person. Is there a trace of his chakra somewhere? Nico shook her head. No chakra trace was left there, and I didn't see anywhere where the chakra trace was. It's like he disappeared. I see. Well then you are dismissed, Nico. Nico nodded, and leave with a swirl of leaves. With a deep sigh Hokage continued his work. I'm too old for this shit. Next day, Naruto awake, and like usual. But now he will be placed in the team, hopefully not the arrogant ass prick, and Pink Banshee. He always hopes that won't happen. Seriously, that duo really making his life like crap. Naruto despite wanted to walk, he ran at top of the roof so he could quickly know what team he is. He reached the academy. It seems he is the first arrived there, so he wait in the back row of the sit. Till everyone came inside. He just read a book about the history. He also loved history even though he is a relic himself. Iruka came in through, and talked about speech, and boredom. He just read the book until team assignment. Iruka finally reached the team he will be at. Very well then, as for Team 7 Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, and Naruto Uzumaki. Their Jounin sensei Kakashi Hatake. Naruto slammed his head so hard to leave a crack in it. Why? Team 8 will be Hinata Hyuga, Kiba Inuzuka, and Shino Aburame. Their Jounin sensei is Kurenai Yuhi. Team 9 is still active, so we will move to the other one. Team 10 will be Ino Yamanaka, Shikamaru Nara, and Choji Akimichi. Their Jounin sensei is Asuma Sarutobi. That's all, and I hope everyone here will be great shinobi, and kunoichi in the future. With that he leaves the class. One by one all of the team were escorted with their respected Jounin till only Team 7 left. Naruto was bored as hell. He only read the book all the time, while Sakura kept asking Sasuke for dating. Emo Broody just ignored her, and continued brooding, and it happened all over 3 hours till their sense finally arrived. The man came into the room. He have a covering his face except his eyes, his hideate covering his left eye, and his silver defy gravity hair. With a single wave he greeted them. Yo, I guess you are Team 7? Meet me at the roof, and my first impression for all of you is that you guys are boring except for you. He pointed at the blonde, and he smiled much to the annoyance of the two. Kakashi then disappeared in a swirl of leaves, and Naruto soon followed with a swirl of vortex much to the surprise of the two, while Sasuke angrily confused how the dope kept getting stronger and stronger. Academy rooftop. Kakashi was actually surprised that Naruto reached the rooftop first. He didn't expect that the boy knew Shunshin, or maybe it was something else. Well, leave it at that. His teammates were already. Sensei is really having a very interesting son. He looked at the pink-haired girl, who seemed to glue to the emo brooder, while the emo brooder tried to ignore the pink-haired girl. Well, this team might be interesting. Well then, since all of you are here, let's start with the introduction. You know names, hobby, likes, dislikes, and dreams. I'll go first. My name is Kakashi Hatake. I like many things. I dislike many things too. My hobby is I don't want to talk about it, and my dreams never thought about it. He gave them a nice smile. 3 of them sweat drop. We only got his name. Alright Pinky, you're next. He pointed at Sakura. Sakura narrowed her eyes slightly then ignored it. My name is Sakura Haruno. I like giggles at Sasuke. My hobby is to glance at Sasuke. My dream is to glance at Sasuke again. I hate Naruto Baka. Shouted at Naruto, who rolled his eyes. Kakashi just rolled his eyes. Great a fangirl. Alright, you're next Emo King. Naruto snickered at Sasuke nicknamed. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. I like nothing except training. I dislike many things. I don't have a hobby. My dream is to kill certain people. Stated the Emo King. Kakashi just narrowed his eyes. Avenger. Alright, you're next Blondie. Pointed at Naruto. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. I like training, ramen, and my precious people. I dislike waiting for ramen cooks longer, and arrogant people. My hobby is training, and my dream is to bring peace to the world. He said with a cool tone and calm manner. It seems that his personality really is different from the report, and his dreams are surely strange. Kakashi frowned. Alright then, tomorrow we will begin the real test. Kakashi said, making Sakura and Sasuke shocked. Naruto just as calm as ever. As you can see, you are not just going to be shinobi after the academy, you will be tested to see if you are capable of. Met me tomorrow at 6 a.m. at Training Ground 7-0. And I suggest that all of you didn't eat. Well, John Nahi disappeared in Shunshin while Naruto quickly leaving with Swirl Vortex, leaving both of them, Sakura asking Sasuke for date, but always refused, making the girl depressed. Naruto apartment night. After leaving the academy, he quickly leaves with the henge to buy some more ingredients to eat. After that he trained with taijutsu in the nearby training grounds. After he finished in the evening, he quickly left for his apartment, taking a shower and dinner. Kakashi Hatake, what an interesting person. I heard that he is my father's student. Well then why don't I test him tomorrow? He went into a deep sleep while waiting for tour training with his sensei this morning. Evil chuckle let out from Naruto's mouth. Kakashi suddenly shivered. Why do I have a feeling tomorrow will be a bad day? Next day, Naruto did his usual day. Only today is special. He got the chance to doctor training with his new sensei. He also just lay in bed waiting for 2 hours until he decided to stroll the village, waiting for his sensei because he might be late. He also feels the predator looking at him like a piece of meat, the Fanderlish. He decides to run to the training ground 7 before it's too late. Arriving at his destination, a usual sight could be spotted, Sakura asking Sasuke for a date, and Sasuke only ignoring it. Of course it seems that the Banshee decided to scream at Naruto. Naruto no baka, why were you late? Covering his ears he answered. I wasn't actually late. Sensei isn't actually here, so it doesn't count as late. But still you need to come here in time. Well, for what? Hearing you ask Sasuke-kun for a date? Or screeching like a little banshee you are. That shut Sakura up. A couple of minutes later Kakashi came with a single wave, and gave an eye smile. Yo, you late? Screeched Sakura. Well then I see that everyone is here, so let's start. Here is your mission. You have to take these bells from me. Showing 2 bells to them. But in Kakashi-sensei there are only 2 bells, stated Sakura. Of course it's because one of you will return to the academy. Shocking 2 of the teammates. I don't think there will be 3-man team. Seriously, I already figured out Kakashi, about teamwork. I doubt all of them will help me anyway, I'm just gonna finish him off. And also you have come to me with the intent to kill, Kakashi stated. But sensei, we are going to hurt you, Sakura said concerned. Trust me Sakura, I know what I am doing. He rolled his eyes. Well then Hajime, Sasuke, and Sakura move into the forest while Naruto only sits lotus style. Kakashi wondered why is he only one who didn't move. Naruto, why are you just sitting there? The test has already started. Well Kakashi-sensei, I already figured it out. And surely why don't you test the other before me? Because all of them won't want to join teamwork with me, Kakashi-sensei. Still closing his eyes, Kakashi's eyes widened. Nobody had figured it out before. It seems that sensei's son is really interesting. Well then if you say so, I will return in just a moment. 1 hour, and 30 minutes later Kakashi came back with his orange book in his right hand. Well then why don't you show me your skill? Naruto stands up facing Kakashi, and opens his eyes revealing a crimson red with a black circle line, and 3 times each circle in each eye. Kakashi widened at this, and suddenly I felt a kick from behind slamming him through the training ground. What the hell is that? Is that Sharingan? No, that circle line is too many Rinnegan? Possibly, but I didn't think the eyes were red though. And god, that kick really hurts. Kakashi-sensei, why are you not serious? Even though I am a genin, I am far stronger than you. Better not underestimate your team, Kakashi Hatake. He released a huge amount of killing intent, making Kakashi actually shivering. What is this killing intent? It's far more stronger than the Kyuubi. He wondered while shivering. Suddenly his thoughts were interrupted, and Naruto appeared in front of him, making Kakashi startled, and was about to kawarini until he heard Shinra Tensei. His body was blown backwards with a huge amount of unknown force, before he could even fight back. Bansho Tennin is being pulled by another unknown force to Naruto, and he punches Kakashi in the gut hard enough to make him fly backwards again. Naruto with a deep sigh. Kakashi-sensei, you underestimate your enemy too much. We win next time, be serious, and move on from the past. Your genin needs you, you know. With that he leaves with a swirl vortex towards the 3 log nearby the training ground. Kakashi slowly pulled himself from the ground, and felt very hurt in the gut. That punch almost felt like a Tsunade Densetsu no Sannin Dam. With that he starts walking to the log nearby training ground, and actually surprised to see the team there. Also the bell is with Sakura and Sasuke. Well done, all of you passed. However, I expect more teamwork from you guys since it is what is lacking. Although the best member here is Naruto, he managed to get the bells from me. And with that I'll see you at this training ground, as usual, and don't be late. With that he leave the 3 genin with the thought I must report Naruto's skill to Hokage, sooner the better. Naruto leaves in the swirl of vortex to his apartment with the thought not bad Kakashi Hatake, Next time if you neglect your student I'll kick your ass. After the test Naruto went through the Forest of Death, where he usually refined his skill, he remastered his own jutsu, and his new one, and of course with a barrier seal. A seal that was used for stealth his chakra even from Byakugan and Sharingan. He also felt someone's presence, but she was long off somewhere, absolutely went to work. With that he stretched his body, and prepared himself for using his jutsu. And new jutsu, soon he activated his Rinnegan with 3 in each circle. He took a deep breath, and move a couple of hand seals till it stops at Tiger Seal. Katon, Guka Mekyaku no Jutsu, Fire Release, Great Fire Annihilation. He burst his breath, and launched a large fire at the woods, till it became ashes. He moves to a couple of hand seals, and stops at Bird Seal. Water soon materialized from the air. Daibakufu no Jutsu, Water Release, Great Waterfall Jutsu. A large waterfall swept through the fire at the forest. Wow, now I know that Nidaime Hokage uses Yin chakra to create water from even the desert. Next he went through a couple of hand seals. Doton, Yomi Numa, Earth Release, Great Dark Swamp. A large dark swamp swallowed the water with the ashes down the earth. He smirks, and moves through next hand seals Ox Rabbit Monkey. Lightning soon erupted from his right hand, and dashed through a tree. Raikiri, Lightning Release, Lightning Blade, and put his palm through the tree, and destroy it. I guess Kakashi didn't notice I took a peek at his memories when punch him in the gut. I am truly sorry Kakashi-sensei. He then used his right hand. Soon a spiraling chakra erupted, thrust his palm up, and a large shuriken-like wind spiraled at his hand. Soon he threw it at the woods, and shouted, Raisin Shuriken, Wind Release, Spiraling Shuriken. The shuriken-like wind hits one of the trees then expands towards the other till it shapes a crater at the ground. Phew, my father's hard work is being perfected. I will soon add another nature. I wonder will it blend with gravity. He looks at the horizon. Everything looks so devastated. And damned, everything looks a lot like a war zone. I guess it's time to repair it before someone gets suspicious. He clapped his hands together, and soon a small earthquake erupted. Mokutan, Jukai Koten, Wood Release, Deep Forest Emergence, Vines, and trees started to emerge from the ground till they filled the ground with forest. Nodded and satisfied, he took a deep breath. Uchiha is sure having a great fire jutsu, water jutsu from the Forbidden Scrolls seem effective too. Earth jutsu is dangerous one seriously even that will kill someone in large scale. Kakashi-sensei too having a great assassination technique, and Rasengan is truly our magnificent. Well better get back, tomorrow I got training with team to do. He leaves in a swirl vortex leaving the new forest he made towards his apartment. Hokage office. With a puff his smoke look at the various jounin in the room. Today is the confirmation the new team how they were doing. Wonder if they passed or not. It is the jounin decision. Surprisingly Kakashi isn't late, he has just made it with a swirl of leaves. But if Kakashi made it something urgent must be happening, not that everyone bothered. Maybe only of this day that he will not be late. Alright then everyone, it's time for your report on the Genin test. Aoba started. Team 1 failed. Almost all the teams failed. But the last thing they need to hear is that Kakashi might be failing his students. Because he is known for failing his students all the time. Kakashi finally steps forward. And giving his report. Team 7 passed, he said with a nice smile. Kurenai glanced at Kakashi, who is said to never pass the team. Kurenai is a jounin who used mainly genjutsu with the nickname Ice Mistress of Konoha for her hatred of pervert including Kakashi. She have a pair of red eyes and messy black hair. She dressed in a strap-like clothes with red shirt inside of it. Asuma watched his friend Kakashi with interest. He never thought that Kakashi will ever pass the team, but it seems that he is wrong. As the matter of fact Kakashi said so himself. Asuma appearance blue pants, and a shirt with black, spiky hair, and a gear jacket-like vest over everything. The upper, side part of both of the arms of the shirt had a red spiral on it. Around the man's head was a headband with a metal plate with the symbol of a leaf with a spiral in it. He also had a beard, and a cigarette in his mouth. Around both of his arms and ankles were a couple of bandages, and around his waist was a simple triangle-shaped cloth with a red kanji for fire symbol in it. On his feet were sandals the same color as his other gear. Sarutobi actually surprised. Kakashi is never one who passed the team so casually, and knew who this man was, lazy, mournful, pervert, also like him, and it's really hard to forget the past. Very well, next, Team 8 passed, Kurenai stated. Team 10 is also passed, Asuma said. Sarutobi nodded, and gave a sign for the jounin to be dismissed except for Kakashi who stood there. For once he didn't read his book, and looked serious. Hokage-sama, Sarutobi nodded. Is there something you need in Kakashi? Actually I have, but I really need ANBU to get out. This is really a way of privacy, and about Naruto. With that Sarutobi gave a signal to his ANBU in the room to leave, and place a privacy seal. He was honestly interested. What makes the once lazy Kakashi become like this? He really wanted to know. Is there something you can report about Naruto? Sarutobi asked. Kakashi nodded. Yes, there are some strange abilities that he used, and the skill he has. He is not a genin for my part though. Sarutobi raised his left eyebrow. Oh, and what kind of ability he has? I honestly didn't see it at my crystal ball often. He seemed relatively fine, with his usual attitude. That's the problem, unfortunately, he is different from the description. Please tell me. From what I see, he is the kind of person who is calculative and perspective. He also has a rather interesting outfit. Looks a lot like a monk, and his appearance really is different from what I see. Sarutobi frowned, letting Kakashi continue. He also looks a lot like a sage. Apparently he doesn't wear a kill-me orange jumpsuit, and his aura was calm and calculative. When our team tested, he was the one who already figured it out. He also having a skill easily a S-rank shinobi, he hid it rather well. I didn't even think a genin would be able to do that. He also kicked my ass. Said that underestimating your enemy will prove the most fatal. And he proved it, and he hit easily a Kage or S-rank shinobi, he hit rather. God, that is why I need a medical checkup at the hospital before went here. I see, so you are saying that he is not a genin with that skill. Is there anything else? Sarutobi frowned, thinking his surrogate grandson to be powerful enough. Yes, he have Dijitsu, he stated. And Sarutobi I went wide. What kind of Dijitsu? He totally surprised by the sudden new Kekkei Genkai that Naruto achieved. It appears that it is a combination of Rinnegan and Sharingan. With a crimson-red color, his ability seemed to be able to control unknown forces that push the enemy and pull the enemy, Kakashi stated. Sarutobi's eyes went wide. Who could possibly have a Rinnegan eye with Sharingan becoming one? I see. Well, I will take care of it later. Kakashi nodded, and leave with swirl of leaves. Naruto, what is your secret? He closed his eyes, and took a peek at his table, and a stack of paperwork already there, and start working again. I'm too old for this shit. 1 week later, Naruto and his team were at his mission capturing Tora. Although many shinobi hate this mission, Team 7 mainly Naruto likes this mission. Why? It's because Naruto is like the tamer of the cat Devil Tora. Once Naruto saw the cat, he brought the cat in his hand while he petted the cat's ears. And it's just like that. Naruto just loved animals, even in his previous life. Now they were in the assignment room, and poor Tora was being squeezed by his owner, the daimyo wife. He also pitied the cat, so he gave her some advice. Miss, may I suggest that you hold him a bit soft so that he will not run away? So the wife of daimyo took his advice, and surprisingly Tora wasn't running away, instead rubbing his fur at her. With that the daimyo wife thanked the young blonde man, and left Konoha. After finishing the mission they expect to having a higher mission from the Hokage. Somehow Iruka was there helping Hokage with his work, and so Kakashi asked Hokage for the C-rank mission for his team. Hokage-sama, we're just finished our last mission. I suggest we take the first C-rank for my team, he said with a nice smile. Iruka seemed to be thinking that Kakashi is out of his mind. No, can't you see that your team is only 1 week from doing the D-rank mission? Instead of Kakashi who answered it, it was Naruto. To be exact, we already did our 50 mission in 1 week. I mean seriously, who does all the chores anyway? Ninja is supposed to be outside the village not doing some chores. 2 of his teammates seemed to agree, Sasuke because he wanted to show what he is made of, and Sakura just agreed with her Sasuke-kun. Naruto didn't understand why she is always clinging to Sasuke. I mean he pities Sasuke because he is always being bothered by Sakura who always asking for date. And Sakura, despite being a serious kunoichi, she seemed to be more attracted to Sasuke, with no doubt that Sasuke really hated. Fangirl is really scary. He shivered at the thought. It seems that Naruto is right. They already completed the mission, quite many for the team who just graduated. I guess I could give you one. It is to escort some bridge builders to Nami no Kuni named Tazuna. He will be here shortly. Sarutobi started with a smile. But Hokage-sama, are you sure they are quite ready? Iruka asked with a concerned tone. Hokage just nodded. Yes, I believe that is right. Naruto is there after all. Muttered slowly, so the last Uchiha won't mad. If you say so. Iruka just accepted it quietly, until a knock from the door came. Come in. Hokage then ordered the man with a straw hat, and very simple civilian clothes. He held a bottle of sake, and a backpack. He reeks of alcohol, and what means too much, it is simply like he always drinks himself with sake. Huh, is this my escort team? They are just a bunch of brat. The pink looks like she will die at any second, and the duck-ass hair looks like a emo brooder, and the tall silver one looks like a scarecrow. He snorted while gulping his sake. What about me? Naruto asked, since he is the only one who wasn't described. Tazuna looks at Naruto, and smirks. You look fine, I mean too fine. Naruto just chuckles. Well, even if you said bad things about my team, we are shinobi. Of course we could protect you, you don't need to worry, Tazuna-san. Well, if you say so, meet at the gate at 3 hours, we need to get there fast. With that he leaves. Very well, Hokage-sama, it seems that we will begin our mission, Kakashi said with a tingle of jealousy because only Naruto was being complimented. Yes, and please take care of all of them. With that said, Kakashi leaves via Shunshin, and Naruto leaves with a swirl of vortexes, making the Hokage and Irika dumbfounded, while Sasuke and Sakura, who already know this kind of thing, walk out to prepare the mission, their first C-rank mission. 3 hours later at the main gate, Naruto looked impassively, but on the inside he is excited for the first time he's been on the mission, only himself, and not being his old self. During his journey he met many people, but of course they didn't exactly know him since he always leaves the next day. Even though he only be the most powerful member in his team, he only wants for their relationship to grow, as friends grow, especially Sasuke and Sakura, since both of them still, hey, let's just say he is the inferior. But he just shrugged it off. As he reached the front gate, he realized that he was the one that was late, and Kakashi was supposed to be late. Well, it's not hurt to see them thinking once in a while that their sensei is always late. Well, can't blame them. Naruto, you should not be late, you are 2 hours late by the way, Kakashi said, while Naruto widened his eyes. Am I really that late? He just nonchalantly shrugged it off. Well, you know there is this old lady that need help to cross the street, and I saw a black cat, so I had to take a long way around the village to leave the bad omen, he said with an innocent smile, making the three of them sweat dropped except Kakashi, who give him a thumb and pat on Naruto's back while giving him an eye smile. Well done, I knew you are my true student. Alright then, let's go. We move at diamond formation. I am going to take up the rear, Sakura you take the left, Sasuke you take the right, while Naruto you take the front, he ordered. Hi! All of them said in unison. With that all of them walked on the way to Nami no Kuni. On the way, Sakura asked if there was a ninja there, but Naruto explained it. Since he is the one who already traveled around the elemental countries, and gained experience on the journey. At 6 years old he left from Konoha to the nearby countries. At 7 years old he went through Sunagakure. A year later he went to Iwagakure. He also found about the hatred that his father caused to Iwa. At the age of 9 he went to Kumogakure, where he met the most fastest man alive, but to him it was nothing. His eternal Rinnegan could see through Reikage movement, and by accident he copied his Raitan no Yoroi. He also went to Kirigakure, unfortunately the country at civil war, although he has to add some spicy involvement there. The rest of the year he spent to discover the new countries. After explaining, Naruto activated his Iron no Rinnegan, and spotted 2 ninja. He could easily spotted them, they were a fool to use such. Once closing in he dispelled there, and showed 2 men in masked, they are Gozu and Meizu. As soon as they appear, Naruto quickly reached for their head, and took away their soul. He quickly deactivated his Iron no Rinnegan while received their memories. He turned his gaze at Tazuna, and then at his team. Kakashi was at awe and horror, and widened his eyes while saw that their missing Nin's soul just being taken. Sakura shivered at how Naruto took away their soul in just a minute. Sasuke were angered at how the Dobe have the power to take the soul of the missing Nin, while Tazuna almost pissing himself. Naruto then directed his killing intent at Tazuna, who shivered even more. Tazuna-san, you will tell me why B-rank missing ninja were trying to attack you. We are supposed to protect you from bandits, considering that we have taken a C-rank mission, right, Kakashi-sensei? He glanced at Kakashi, who regained his composure. Kakashi nodded. Naruto is right. We were supposed to be protecting from bandits. Now that we involving a ninja, this is supposed a B to A rank mission. If you didn't honestly tell the truth, then we leaving this mission. He released his own killing intent at Tazuna, who sweated even more. With that he sighed, and tell the truth. Their countries are poor, and considering there is Gado, who Naruto recognized to be a black marketing leader of Gado Company, he couldn't stand it against the tyranny of Gado at the explanation of slavery, violence, and took the money from the country. It is almost unbelievable at that man's tyranny. But Naruto keep his composure. After the explanation, Kakashi tried to ask their team if they wanted to continue or not. Well, considering this is a dangerous mission, and all of you are Gen and I said we return to the village, what do you guys think? Kakashi asked his team, since he didn't want to lose any more comrades since the loss of his comrades at the Third Great Shinobi War. I said we will continue. If we just abandoned a client in the middle of the mission, won't it be bad for Konoha? Naruto said with a smile. Sasuke nodded. For once I agree with Dobe. Sakura shivered, though she nodded too. Well, if you guys said so, I guess that is agreeable. I will be sending some of my back to Hokage, and with the current mission. A minute later Kakashi gave a note to Pakken, and after that he returned to the group. Since that has been taken care of, off we go, said lazily while pumping his fist upward in the very lazy way. All of them sweat dropped, and gave him a dry smile. Right. All of them said in unison. Nami no Kuni. After the continuation for the mission, and change it to C rank to A rank, they finally arrive at Nami no. It was rather foggy if anyone seemed to notice about it, and Naruto seemed uneasy either, so he activated his Iron no Rinnegan again to see at this fog, the ability to see even thickest chakra of fog, and saw that there is someone there. He reached for his kunai at his pocket, and aimed at the grass near them, and soon found out that it is a white fur rabbit. He thought to himself, why is there a white fur rabbit here? It should be brown, or maybe there is someone who actually vetted it. His thought was interrupted by a whirring sound, and looked like a giant sword. Kakashi quickly ordered, everyone get down. Everyone seemed to comply. Only Naruto seemed to unroll some scroll with a puff of smoke. He parried it with a shakujo, a Buddhist-like staff, to a nearby tree. In front of them a muscular man with pale skin, short spiky black hair, brown eyes, and small eyebrows. He was normally seen wearing bandages like a mask over the bottom half of his face. Under his mask, he had a relatively narrow jawline, and jagged teeth, a trait he shared with his fellow swordsman. He wore his hideate sideways on his head. He was seen shirtless, with his chest only covered by a belt, wearing baggy pants with the striped pattern typical of Kirigakure, and mimetic wrist warmers extending up to his elbows, with matching leg warmers. Naruto, when he saw this, he took the Kubikuru Bocho, and walked towards Kakashi, and stood side by side, with his right hand holding his staff, and Kubikuru Bocho with his left hand. He stood there, and slowly appeared. Copy Ninja Sharingan no Kakashi. No wonder Demon Brothers failed, the man said. Zabuza the demon missed A rank missing mean of Kirigakure no Sato. I am truly sorry to disappoint you, but I am not the one who killed them, but my genin here. He pointed at Naruto, who stood side by side with Kakashi. Zabuza snorted. Did you really think that the brat here is defeating the demon brothers by himself? Ha! Don't make me laugh. Hey brat, why don't toss my weapon? You know it's not polite to take another weapon from someone, right? The man named Zabuza said, threatening him with his killing intent, while Naruto just shrugged it off. Naruto didn't understand why this man was fighting by himself, and for a fact that there was someone who might help him in the nearby trees. Zabuza Momochi, it seems you truly are overconfident at your skill. Very well then, if you are skilled, as you might say, why don't you show me? He said impassively while activating his Iron no Rinnegan, then tossed Kubikuru Bocho at Zabuza, who grabbed it, and Kakashi, who widened his eyes. Sasuke, Sakura guard Tazuna, Naruto, and I will take care of this. Despite hate being left out, Sasuke complied. He knew that Zabuza was not his match, but he is still angry at Naruto, who takes all the power to kill Itachi, who was supposed to be him. It seems you've got guts, boy, I give you that. But still he rushed towards Naruto, who just stood still, and Kakashi began to panic. You are no match for me. Naruto, move! Kakashi ordered, but Naruto just told him to stand there while Naruto gave him a smirk. Don't worry about it, I'll be fine, just watch. He stand there, stare intently at Zabuza, then he smirked at his victory. But that smirk did not hold for long. His slash through the kid's body, and it seems there is no effect from the slash. By then he realized that the boy punched him in the face, throwing him through the river. He didn't want to be humiliated by a brat. He stood up, and went to fast hand seals, and Naruto followed him. They finished the hand seals, and shouted, Suryuden no Jutsu, Water Release, Water Dragon Jutsu. Both water dragons emerged, and clashed with each other until Naruto overpowered Zabuza's water dragon. He tried to stand, but Naruto appeared in front of him, and kicked his right face, and flew him through the water. Zabuza, who already looked like a death state, grunted to once again standing, but alas, a 3 hit him. Then a hunter Nin came to have said to retrieve Zabuza. But Naruto knew better. Behind the mask, the young woman is actually tried to save Zabuza. Naruto will let it slide for now, but he will remember the woman consisted of the standard Kirigakure pinstriped outfit which stopped at her knees. Over this she wore a green haori with white trimmings, and around her waist a brown sash with a fringed trail wrapped around her waist twice. She also wore light brown platoon sandals with straps in the same color as her kimono, and nail polish on her fingernails, and toenails a matching blue-green color. When wearing this outfit, her long hair was gathered in a white bun holder, while 2 locks of her hair fell loose, framing his face, bound with metal hair cuffs at the ends. She also wore a black forehead protector with the Kirigakure symbol upon it. He wore a hunter Nin mask on top of his forehead protector, which was white with thin, curved eye holes, and a red wavy design in place of the mouth, as well as the Kirigakure symbol etched on the top. Naruto smiled. Be careful with your job next time, lady. His smile turned into a smirk, while the hunter Nin seemed to be shocked and blush. Then she regained her composure, and nodded. I thank you. I am afraid I must leave. With that she leave with a shunshin. Kakashi-sensei, I am afraid you have to train those 2. He pointed at Sasuke and Sakura. We will fight them again, and those 2 will seriously need help, Naruto said, and Kakashi nodded. Tazuna-san, please lead the way. Naruto gestured to Tazuna, who dumbstruck, and regained his composure, but still stuttering. Right, Tazuna said. On the road was not pleased. Sasuke wanted to fight him to prove his worth while Sakura just agreed to the emo, but he kept his patience. After all, he is a sage. A sage must be wise and patient when they arrive at Tazuna house. Sandame Hokage just sighs at the moment's situation. Why? It's because young Naruto has been committing something that unexpected. He killed 2 B-rank missing nin on the way towards his mission, and it seems that Danzo Root Anbu has caught the sight of his action. Now Sarutobi, and all of the council meeting to discuss his action. On the right side there is the civilian council. While Sarutobi always tries to reason that civilian councils aren't needed, they just keep complaining. The reason why Sarutobi even left the civilian council is because politics. Whether he liked it or not, he cannot disband them, or they would be leaving for another village. On the left side there is the Shinobi head clan. Shikaku Nara represent Nara clan, Choza Akimichi represent Akimichi clan, and Noichi Yamanaka represent Yamanaka clan. Sum Inuzuka represent Inuzuka clan, Shibi Aburame represent Aburame clan, and Hayashi Hyuga represent Hyuga clan. Among these clan head only Uchiha who is not present. It's because the only member is Sasuke, and he is too young to be clan head. On the other side of Sarutobi is the elders. Sarutobi couldn't help wondering why his friends still tried to correct Konoha even though they were old. They are Danzo Shimura, head of Root Anbu, unofficially, Koharu Yuditane, and Hamura Midokado, an old friend of Sarutobi. Even though they were his friends, they somewhat more militant, and so they always sided with Danzo on several occasions. Well then, since we are all here, what is the meeting we're here for? Sarutobi asked. One of the civilian members stood up. Hokage-sama, we achieve a report from the Uzumaki brat that he already defeated 2 missing nin on his own. We suggest that Uzumaki Naruto should be restrained so that his action won't be repeated in the near future. Sarutobi raised his eyebrow. Oh, and why should I? It's because that kid contains something within him. Naro Shikaku stated he observed the civilian council. It is clear that they were scared that one day he will turn his back on them. Shikaku already sees this, and he won't just let it go. And now that he is stronger, and one of the Konoha shinobi, it is none of your business. I guess we should close this meeting. It's really troublesome, Shikaku said with his left hand supporting his head. Choza nodded. I agree. If he is becoming stronger, then it would be a great asset to our village. Seeing that young Uzumaki is already aware of his power, I guess we should let him be. The civilian were angered by this, and tried to retort, while the ninja side agreed with Nara and Akimichi's statement. Before the elders and civilian made an uproar, Sarutobi sighed, and proceeded to close the meeting. He will personally deal with Naruto, as of time. I will personally talk to him, and I know him well enough, if he will agree to tell the truth. As it is now, this meeting will dismissed, Sarutobi said. With that, Sarutobi frowned, and thought to himself while glancing at Danzo. Danzo, what are you really up to? Nami no Kuni, Naruto, and his group reached Tazuna house by sunset. Naruto thought he could just kill Gato for whatever that prick has done to this land, but Kakashi keeps telling him that he will not involve except at extreme situation. Their job is to protect Tazuna, and to build the bridge. Naruto finally gave up. He could just leave them with the Kage Bunshin while he finished his work. Finally he gave up, and he also wanted to fix his teammates' way of thinking. Sasuke and Sakura are the ones he needed to fix. Well then everyone, tomorrow we will train, Kakashi said. Why didn't we just defeat Zabuza? Sakura asked. It's because he isn't dead, Sakura, face it. Both of you need to get stronger. That hunter nin back there is Zabuza partner, Naruto said. So you said that he isn't dead, huh? Quite unfortunate of you, Dobe. I thought you defeated him. Sasuke rolled his eyes. Tomorrow we will train. For now you guys sleep, Kakashi ordered. Sakura and Sasuke quickly get in their own bed while Naruto disappears and reappears at top of Tazuna's roof. He crossed his legs and closed his eyes, trying to feel the surrounding. He always did this before he was sleeping. Why did he do this? It's because he will do battle here, and he is not the person who would underestimate an enemy. Right now he acquire his nature energy slowly, the side of his eyes turning black while his forehead were marked with black Rinnegan. He opened his eyes, revealing his crimson Rinnegan with 3 tomatoes each ring in it. It is his Iron no Rinnegan flaring proudly in the middle of the night. Kakashi widened his eyes to see this, but his presence did not go undetected by Naruto, who used his senses. Kakashi-sensei, we all know that we must sleep, you tell us already. I am just going to take the fresh air, and sleep later somewhere, and don't worry, I'll guard the house. With a single glance from Naruto, Kakashi shivered, but nodded, and made his way inside the house. With that, Naruto gazed towards the moon, and saw Jubi's body still intact inside it. He made a sigh of relief. While he knew the recent change from his original Rinnegan, To his now no Rinnegan, he realized that this Dijitsu is the most ultimate, making the original Rinnegan pale in comparison. He smiled, and was satisfied. Let's see if we can throw that hatred of your Sasuke Uchiha. Next day, Naruto and his team woke up a rather interesting morning. Well, at least that's what Naruto thought. Naruto gave two of his teammates a sickly smile, making them shiver at this. After eating breakfast they went through the forest for their training. Naruto will make sure they will train properly. Alright then, now we will train about tree climbing, Kakashi said with a nice smile. But sensei, we already knew that, Sakura said. What sensei means is like this. Naruto starts walking at a tree defying gravity, and soon he is at the top of the tree. What sensei means is you channel your chakra at your feet. Too much it will blow backwards, too little you won't stick. Sakura and Sasuke's eyes went wide, and soon they started to walk by the tree. Sasuke grunted, and fell backwards as soon as he stuck his feet in the tree. Meanwhile, Sakura is already at the top of the tree. Kakashi nodded. Alright then, I guess with that I will leave the rest to you, Naruto. I will guard the Tazuna. With a single wave Kakashi leaves with a shunshin, leaving Naruto with a sweet smile. Now then, as soon as we are done with this training, I want both of you to start running 10 laps across the forest, 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, Naruto ordered. Why do we have to listen to you, Dobe? As far as I am concerned you are not our sensei, Sasuke said with a huff. It's because I am far stronger than Kakashi, and the two of you combine, and get going, or will I become a slave driver? Which one do you prefer? He had his whip at his hand, and as soon as they saw Naruto with a whip they launched themselves at the tree to get the job done. After Naruto ordered them, and finished all of them, Naruto ordered Sasuke to continue tree walking, Sakura the same, but to increase her chakra reserves. Sakura shouted at Naruto for being a crazy slave driver. While Sasuke actually smiled. With this kind of training from Naruto he will get stronger. After their training, all of them returned to Tazuna's house to rest. Naruto said to the two of them that if they continue this training in time both of them will get stronger. He also reasoned to Sakura if she wanted to be Sasuke's, she would need to be strong. Sasuke is surprised that Sakura took Naruto's advice, but he is satisfied by the motives, and he too wanted to get stronger. Sasuke is walking beside Naruto. He knows that he is far stronger than he looks, but seeing as a sage is just too strange. Sasuke always thought the hyperactive blonde who shouted wanted to be Hokage, and wear a kill me orange jumpsuit, but it seems he is wrong, Sasuke, Naruto said. Sasuke looks at Naruto, as he is snapped from his thoughts. What, Dobe? Do you want to know the true secret behind the Uchiha massacre? Naruto asked. This got Sasuke's attention. He knew that his clan massacre, but he didn't know what was behind the scene. How do you know this, Dobe? And I wanted to know, he asked. Naruto nodded. I can tell you, but you must know that Itachi is not the one who wanted it. But it cannot be helped, he himself killed his own clan, to protect Konoha from the coup that Uchiha planned. Sasuke's eyes went wide. Why? Uchiha is loyal to Konoha, but what is the real reason? Sasuke asked, but more like demanded of him. 12 years ago a nine-tailed fox attacked the village, but in truth they saw the eye of the Sharingan at the Kyuubi, and also the absence of the Uchiha, making them more suspicious with the non-interaction at the village. After they had enough of the accusation to them, Uchiha planned a coup. Konoha elders order Itachi to kill the massacre, but leave you alone. Sasuke loves you, and the village more than ever, with the fact that he sacrifices himself for you, and the village. If you could leave your hatred at Itachi, I will promise to train you. How about it? Sasuke merely thought for a while, and saw at Naruto's eye. There was no lie in his eye, and he presumed that Naruto was telling the truth. But when he mentioned that the elders did it to his brother, he was angered. But it wasn't long before Naruto dissipated with his aura. The aura of peace that he never has. Sasuke, the elders could be blamed, but now when you are just a genin, you will need to get stronger, and find justice on your own. So how about it? Naruto asked. Sasuke nodded. If you can provide me with training, I will at least get stronger, and get an explanation out of Itachi. I wanted to know everything from his mouth. Naruto nodded sagely. Very well, but I will ask you that you will not get arrogant just because you are getting stronger. Understand? Naruto, you really are an unpredictable shinobi. He walks towards Tazuna house with a first genuine smile after the massacre. Of course, if not, why would I be stronger than you? With that both of them bark into laughter. A new friendship. Naruto swore that he will protect his precious people no matter what. He promised that he would bring peace to the world. He never let go of his promise. 1 week later, Naruto were interested at the past few days. After that statement, Sasuke being more open, and asking more for training, leaving away his pride, as Uchiha. Sakura said she wanted to become as strong kunoichi for his Sasuke-kun. Naruto knew that she is still a fangirl, but giving it time she will be able to pass through it. The second day of the week Naruto trained with Sasuke, and Sakura let Kakashi guard Tazuna while reading his Ika. The truth is that Naruto loves Ika, but not to the extent. On the second day Sasuke started to develop his chakra control, making him more confident at water walking. His physical form is changing too. Sakura was trying to get her chakra reserve. With her chakra control she could water walking, but with her reserve she could only last at least 5 minutes only, so she tried to tree walk more. The third day Sasuke already learned a few more katan jutsu, and in enduring his water walking, Sakura chakra reserve is slowly increasing, and with her chakra control she could do a few D-rank that Naruto teaches her. The fourth day Naruto asked Sasuke to see his elemental nature which he got from lightning and fire, a great combination. Sakura chakra control and reserve is getting increased now, she is able to water walk for about 20 minutes. The fifth day of Naruto having a bad day, Inari, grandson of Tazuna, was babbling about suffering, and the hero never existed, as Naruto told him that his suffering is greater. Sasuke and Sakura were in shock. Did he really have that bad year of his life? After Naruto went to the forest, Kakashi explained to Inari how Naruto suffered in his own village, but still he loves his own village. The sixth day Naruto found himself being woken up by Haku, or so she called. He helped her collect for herbs which he knew that it is for Zabuza. When she leaves, Haku tells him that she is a he, but Naruto already knows, and grasps her hand, and says that she doesn't need to lie because he already felt and saw from his Iron no Rinnegan. After telling Haku that Gato will eventually betray her, and Zabuza, she quickly reported it to Zabuza, which she did. After that Naruto went to his team for training. Sasuke getting his full matured Sharingan with the help of Naruto Tsukuyumi. Sasuke was actually surprised that Naruto Dijitsu could do that, but he just shrugged it off. In fact, he thanked him for getting his Sharingan. The last day they went to the bridge hoping to face Zabuza ahead. Naruto leaves one of his yin-yang blood clones inside Tazuna's house and family to protect them, while Tazuna follows Kakashi and his team. It was in the midday, but the situation is grim. Fog started coming out of nowhere, and footsteps soon arrived at the other side of the bridge. They are Haku and Zabuza. Zabuza wore a sleeveless black shirt and matching pants, complete with a waistguard, and yet again, Kirigakure's striped wrist and leg warmers. Other swordsmen of his generation wore attire identical to this, implying that they might be clothes related to the group. While donning this attire, much like his fellow swordsmen, he had bandages loosely tied around his neck like a scarf. Haku is wearing her usual attire, and looks at them with a blank stare. But deep inside she doesn't want to fight Naruto. He is her first friend that is her age since her childhood. Naruto steps forward. Zabuza Momochi, the demon of the hidden mist, I have come to propose something for you. Zabuza steps forward. What is it that you wish to propose, brat? I have come with information that you will be betrayed by Gato while you are exhausted, and kill you. He also is not planning to pay you. Zabuza snorted. Really? Even if that is true, then what will you do? Naruto gives him a small smile. You will be guaranteed that you will be placed upon Konoha no Sato Shinobi. It is better than being a missing nin, right? As if Hokage will listen to your request. You are just a genin. What can you do? I might be a genin, but my power is beyond Kage. To be honest, I just suppressed my chakra to that of a civilian. Have you realized in our last fight, Zabuza? Naruto raised his eyebrow. If it's true, then I will join you. My pride won't just surrender to the likes of you. If Gato has surely betrayed us, then we will comply. With that, Zabuza clenched his fist at Kubikuribocho handle, and unsheathed it. Kakashi frowned. Naruto, I will take care of Zabuza, you, and Sasuke will take care of that hunter nin. Sakura, you guard Tazuna. With that all of them nodded. Sasuke quickly leapt towards Haku and quickly sent his kick at Haku's face, but was blocked. Haku countered it with a fist to Sasuke's face. Eventually he evaded it. The two of them began fighting in their own taijutsu style, Sasuke who already used his interceptor style. Thanks to Naruto who already developed his taijutsu stance, now Sasuke is a high chunin his chakra reserves and control. After a good 15 minutes, Sasuke and Haku leapt back, Naruto just standing there observing their fight with his Iron no Rinnegan. Sasuke already activated his fully matured Sharingan while Haku went into several hand seals and shouted Hayatan Hijitsu, Makyo Hyosho, hidden ice release, demonic ice mirrors. Sasuke soon surrounded by ice mirrors trying to get out, but it seemed impossible. Naruto also took a glance at Kakashi, and Zabuza fought. It seems that Kakashi is having trouble. Kakashi uses his Sharingan, but it seems that it is impossible for Sharingan to see through fog. Zabuza, Naruto knew that Zabuza can't see. That is the risk using silent killer technique, but only Zabuza who seemed to have good eyesight. Naruto never moved an inch. He only wanted to see the training he gave to Sasuke, and it seems it was worth it. Sasuke could hold his own against Haku for a good 15 minutes, since Haku is quite strong, he would assume that she is a low Jounin. With Sasuke only high Chunin it would be impossible to win. Naruto saw that Sasuke was already limping on the ground. Sakura thought that he died, but he knew better. With Iron no Rinnegan he could see that Sasuke is still alive, and just at death-like state by Haku. It seems that Haku doesn't wish to hurt him more. With the reservation is done, he quickly used half-ram's seals, and moved with his own new creation version of Harashin his father created. With that he disappeared with his Jikuken Harashin, space-time flying thunder god. The difference between his Harashin and his father is, his own doesn't need a seal to perform it. Only combining his yin-yang chakra he created his own Harashin no Jutsu, flying thunder god technique. Taking Sasuke out of the ice mirrors gave him to Sakura, who quickly popped out of Sasuke, and her hands glowed green then started to heal him. Naruto also teaches Sakura a healing technique since her chakra control seemed to be great, and that she will be a great medic. Sakura, he is still alive, take care of him, I will be back soon. Sakura nodded, she already acknowledged Naruto as her own sensei beside Kakashi since he trained her. He showed her that Naruto isn't just a dobe, but now she acknowledged him as some sort of sage. Naruto nodded back with what he left in the flash of black to Haku's ice mirrors. You are a really great Haku-chan, but I am afraid I have to end this. With that he waited for the Senbon. I'm sorry Naruto-kun, but I must do this for my precious people. With that she threw 1,000 Senbon at him. Naruto only smirked at this. He stretched both of his hands, and shouted, Shinra Tensei, heavenly subjugation of omnipresent God. All of the Senbon who previously almost hit Naruto turned back by a force of gravity. Even the ice mirrors that surrounded him began to crack, and eventually shattered. Haku stumbled backwards, but was caught by Naruto, and carried her bridal style. Haku blushed at the feeling of his muscle, and Naruto's sapphire eyes looked at her with a smile. Soon Naruto left her standing, and saw that crack of lightning at the side where Kakashi and Zabuza battled. Naruto quickly in the flash of black, and holds Kakashi's hand stopping his Raikiri. Kakashi-sensei, I told you that you can't kill him, remember? Naruto said. His Iron no Rinnegan stared at Kakashi's very soul, making him shivered, and gulped. I'm sorry Naruto, it seems that I am overdoing it. Apologies accepted. After Zabuza saved, a clap sound can be heard at the other side of the bridge. It was Gato, and his army of 1,000. Well, look at this, the demon seemed to be lost. I guess we can take his bounty, and that girl to be my sex slave. Zabuza growled at the statement, but Naruto held him off. You are too tired, let me handle this. Naruto stepped forward. You people are scum. I shall destroy all of you, no, but remember it will be painful. He clapped his hands together using his yin chakra. He felt that he could the water. Dai Suryuden no Jutsu, a large water dragon with yellow eyes emerged, and strode itself at the Gato's subordinate, making all of them rush towards the sea except for Gato, who tried to return to the ship, but was held by Naruto in the throat. Please let me go, I'll give you anything, money, woman, land, anything, just please let me go, he pleaded, but alas Naruto only smirked. I don't need shit from someone like you, my clone already robbed all of them, and gave it back to their respectful owner. Naruto's Iron no Rinnegan spinning, one of them spun at the right, and the other to the left, and so on. The black flames soon emerged towards the ship, sinking Gato alongside his remaining subordinate. Naruto looked at the sky. It's over. Rain of snows slowly falling from the sky. It is impossible. But Naruto knew such an event will not be forgotten. 2 weeks later, after Gato is killed, all of the assets in Nami no Kuni return to their respective owners. Naruto, and the others including Zabuza, helped the villagers to complete the bridge. After Naruto and his company finished, the villagers came to see them off from Nami no Kuni. Inari cries of happiness. Deep down he is happy that his Oni-san Naruto is saving his countries. The other he doesn't want him to leave. Naruto patted Inari's head. Don't worry Inari, I'll be sure to visit you sometimes during the mission, and you don't need to be sad or cry. That cry is the cry of happiness. Inari looked at his Oni-san with teary eyes. Really? Naruto nodded. Really? With the last wave Naruto left with his team, Zabuza, and Haku. The villagers mumbling, what is the name of the bridge? Tazuna burst into laughter. Of course we will name the bridge the Great Naruto Bridge. All of them agreed, and chorused the cheer all together. Naruto, who could hear the talk, smiled. Naruto, after finishing the mission with his team, returns to the village with Zabuza and Haku. He also had Hokage under his thumb. If the council wanted Haku to be a breeding stock, he would take care of it. He will train Sasuke and Sakura alongside Kakashi because he knew that the Chunin Exam is coming up. After the mission at the wave, Naruto knew that there was a change in his team personality. Sasuke, who always brooding now, is always asking Naruto how to manipulate the Katan Jutsu, and asking him to train his Sharingan. Usually he would just ask for it like a douche, but now he respect Naruto as his friend, although he also promised to see Itachi one day to ask why did he do that to his clan. Naruto could see he is not lying, as he used the ability of ninjutsu, human path. Sakura might be changed, but her fangirlism still stay, although now she is more concentrating on training to impress Sasuke. A little bit more push, and she might be a great kunoichi, and be a great asset in the future. She also has a great ability at medic ninjutsu. Naruto could say if she were to extend her ability she would have no doubt become a great medic like the legendary Tsunade Senju. Kakashi also learned the technique of Kamui, as he unlocked the ability to use it after Naruto forced him with his Tsukuyomi about his worst past. Apparently his Kamui is only to suck enemy into his dimension, unlike Naruto who already could use it for leaving through his dimension with Jukuken ninjutsu, and use it for combat. Given the time of training, Kakashi could do it too, and become a dangerous shinobi. Naruto also speaks with Zabuza, and Haku asks them about condition of Kirigakure no Sato. Apparently the current Mizuki Jigura has commanded his shinobi to purge any Kekkai Genkai and Kirigakure. On Naruto opinion about that, someone must manipulate the Mizukage, as that might be impossible for the Mizukage doing that to his own village. This caught Zabuza's attention. He knew that Yugura was a great man before the Kekkai Genkai massacre, but he really wanted to know who is strong enough to control Yugura, as he also has Sanbai no Kyodai game inside of him. It seems that Naruto's word making Zabuza wondered if that is so, then who is strong enough to do it? The question kept rewinded in Zabuza's mind. As for Haku, Naruto offered her to train with him and his team, which no doubt she accepted. She also seemed to always avoid his gaze when meeting eye to eye with Naruto. Naruto already knew why, of course, but he didn't want to show it to her. And if Naruto seemed to see her to be fit with him and know each other already, he will make a move. They finally reached the gate, but were stopped by a couple of ANBU. Halt, Zabuza Momochi, a rank missing nin from Kirigakure, we hereby arrest you. The one with boar mask said. Calm down, boar, he is here, will join Konoha. And don't worry, Hokage already knows. Kakashi said. Very well, senpai, I trust you. Boar gestured to his ANBU friend, and left in swirl of leaves. Well, today is just getting better day by day, Naruto said. After they encountered with ANBU, they greeted the Eternal Gate Guard, Izumo, and Kotetsu. Kakashi Hataki, leader from Team 7, returns from mission, who turned from C rank into A rank. Of course, Kakashi. Zabuza Momochi, what are you doing here? Izumo asked. Oh, don't worry, he is with us. He will join Konoha rank soon enough, said Kakashi before waving it off, and walked towards Hokage office. Well, since this mission is over, Sasuke and Sakura, both of you could rest, and rest for 1 week, then we'll meet again at Training Ground 7. As for Naruto, he is being called by Hokage to give the report to me, Kakashi said, and both nodded, leaving towards their home. Well, then shall we go? Kakashi said. Naruto, Zabuza, and Haku nod. On the way, it seemed that Naruto has been given glared by civilian that Naruto ignored. He really didn't care about it. Of course, Naruto is also well built, and many of the girls look at him with lust. He didn't really care though. He already has many precious people who genuinely care about him. As they reached Hokage's office, Hokage's secretary tried to hide her disgust over Naruto, and so they came inside the office. Naruto frowned. There he saw the Hokage looking at his Aika book that made Haku look in disgust at the pervert, and she also hated Kakashi for his reading habits. And so Sarutobi looked at who came inside, and looked at Kakashi, Zabuza, Naruto, and Haku. He closed his book, and put it on the shelves. Report, Sarutobi said. Kakashi then reports how Naruto defeated Zabuza and Gato's army with little effort. He also trained Uchiha and Sakura, who is neglectful at training. He also asked Zabuza not to waste power because Gato will betray him anyway. He also helped Uchiha to regain the mature Sharingan, and trained him more to the extent. After the explanation, Sarutobi gestured to Kakashi to dismiss. He frowned at Naruto, who shrugged his shoulders, and then looked at Zabuza and Haku, who seemed to be nervous. Naruto, can you give me the full explanation about the girl who has ice bloodline? Sarutobi asked. Naruto nodded. Haku were around low Jounin level, and she could use her Hayatan just good. While at that, she could be a good Chunin, and wait for a few years she will be a good Jounin. How about Zabuza? Surely you must be thinking that Zabuza was a Kiri missing nin. If words spread out about Zabuza joining Konoha, it would be bad. I know, Gigi. But Zabuza here could join, it's because his village was still at civil war. I mean, who is stupid enough who tried to attack Konoha that their own village was still at war? Naruto asked with a smirk. Sarutobi smiled. The child is getting interesting. The boy in front of him has become a great shinobi. That is reasonable, And since you are A rank missing Nin Zabuza, you will become a Jounin, while Haku, as Naruto said, will become a Chunin. Here is your paper to sign. And both of your flak jackets will be sent here so both of you could come here. Also here is your hideate, Sarutobi said while giving them the paper to sign, and their Konoha headband. Alright, both of you, congratulations, now both of you are Konoha shinobi, Sarutobi said with a smile. Zabuza and Haku bowed. Thank you very much, Hokage-sama. Very well, both of you are dismissed. I wish to speak with Naruto, Sarutobi ordered, and both of them left, leaving Naruto, Hokage, and Anbu who reside in the room. Now then, can you tell me how you know that Kirigakure was still in the civil war, since it must be a village secret? Sarutobi asked, never let go of his gaze at him. Naruto did the same. Well, Gigi, Zabuza told me, and surely he joined Gato at the last mission is to gather funds for the rebellion forces. But since I already told him to join, he has been convinced, and became one of us. Sarutobi nodded. Well, that is great, Naruto. I'm really proud of you. Naruto, could you tell me why you used that outfit? Sarutobi asked, looking at the strange appearance of Naruto, who looked like monk or maybe Rikudou Sennin. Naruto raised an eyebrow. Well, Gigi, that is really classified, and since it's classified I wanted to talk more privately with you, Gigi. Naruto looked at the ceiling. Sarutobi, who understands this, gestured his Anbu to leave, leaving Naruto and Sarutobi alone. Well then, Naruto, could you tell me about it? Sarutobi asked. One moment, Gigi. He made a seal and put it at the door. Sarutobi is surprised, he already knows Fuinjutsu, and the seal looks like a yin-yang. That is really surprising. Naruto, what is that seal? Sarutobi asked, getting curious about the blonde ability. It is the improvement of privacy seal and soundproof seal, and don't worry, I will give it to you free. It also could hold even the stealthiest root Anbu, and Sannin, Naruto said confidently, but the word root got Sarutobi's attention. Naruto, is it really that great? I didn't know you already a Fuinjutsu master. Yes, I already improved this seal with my yin-yang power. How do you know root Anbu? That is supposed to be a secret. I'll tell you later because now I want to say something important. Please do tell Naruto. Now Naruto looked at Sarutobi with sad eyes. Gigi, why can't you just tell me my heritage? This got Sarutobi shocked. Why, you know? Yes, I know why. It's because the fox told me. I see. I am truly sorry, Naruto. It's just because if everyone knew your heritage, then IWA might catch a glimpse on it, and you would be in great danger. Sarutobi frowned even more. I am planning to tell you if you are already Chunin or Jounin. That long, huh? That doesn't explain why the secret of the fox came out. If that doesn't come out, I will not get a treatment like this, Naruto said. Naruto, since the Kyuubi attack, someone from the village, and it might be Danzo, spread the whole secret, and that is why the village hates you. I am truly sorry. Now Hokage looks down in embarrassment. Naruto sighed. Gigi, you are the Hokage, and this is a shinobi village, you can't let such civilian taking care of you. And you are the Hokage, this is a dictatorship village, and you are the leader. I knew you are old, Gigi, but still I know deep within you there is a will of fire burn brightly. And now you must show them how Gigi acted. He gave the old Hokage a thumb with a foxy grin. Maybe you are right, Naruto. If you say so, I will show them how this old Hokage leads. He smiled, and regained his confidence. That's the spirit. So Naruto, mind telling me what is with your outfit? Sarutobi frowned at the outfit, and he saw the similarity of the past god of shinobi, Rikudou Sennin. Naruto smirked. Gigi, I will tell you if you won't tell the council. I'll tell them when they ask for Haku, and of course you could show them my heritage. I am already capable of defeating you, old man, and trust me, deception is a great weapon for shinobi. You got it, Gigi? Sarutobi returned the smirk. I think you what you mean, Naruto. Now then, if you won't mind telling me, where did you get that outfit? It resemblance of Rikudou Sennin. I know, but know this is the real outfit. You see the resemblance of Rikudou Sennin, old man? Well, your necklace is the same red as Rikudou Sennin. He also wears that Haori with 9 Magatamas over Rinnegan. What does that mean? Sarutobi frowned. Gigi, I have to be honest with, I want to request to pass through Elemental Nation after this Chunin exam. Naruto said, surprising Sarutobi. And why should you want that? I mean, why? It's because my dream is to bring peace to the world. And of course with the corrupt officials it makes finals. And don't worry if you said I'm not worthy. You could test me with your students, or should I say my godfather and my godmother. Sarutobi's eyes went wide. Naruto, you knew? Yes, I knew, Gigi. I am sorry, Naruto. It's fine. What the past is in the past. We move far forward, not backwards. I see from my conclusion is you are a Rikudou Sennin reincarnation since you use all of those outfits. Did you have what it takes to back it up? You'll see, Gigi, later. He smiled. Sarutobi smiled. He knew that he would be no match for Naruto now, He could sense Naruto chakra is beyond him, and his chakra control is unbelievable. He knew that he was too old for this shit. He also sees that Naruto is much stronger than him when he is at peak. He sighed. Minato, Kushina, you would be proud. Naruto, if you are the reincarnation of Rikudou Sennin, may I see the legendary Rinnegan? Sarutobi asked. Sure, but keep it a secret. I want it secret till I say so. Sarutobi nodded, and Naruto closed his eyes. He opened them, and his eyes changed from blue sky into crimson red with circles, and 3 in each circle. Naruto, why does your Rinnegan look a lot like Sharingan with only more tomatoes and circles? It's because my Jujutsu has already evolved into the same eye as Jubi. However, my eye can change form into normal, Rinnegan, and Sharingan, and so I called Iron no Rinnegan. Naruto, it seems you really are #1 unpredictable shinobi in Konoha. He smiled. So Gigi, is that all? Naruto asked. Yes, you could leave now. Sarutobi smiled. Alright Gigi, I see you at the Chunin Exam, and I will train my team including the Jounin to become better. Also you could keep the seal, it's a gift. He left with a swirl of vortex, and went towards his home. Sarutobi sighed. Naruto, you are really a great person, and here I thought he would be a Hokage. Naruto's apartment. This will be an interesting month, hee. He threw himself at Kurama? Is there something in your mind, Rikudou-sama? Kurama smirked. If this was a normal conversation, Naruto would be scolding him. You know that there is an organization that is targeting, right? Of course I know, you are the one who got that from your clone spy network. I knew. I tried to contact the Geto Mazo statue, but it seems the statue in their hand. Kurama has now turned serious. Yes, for whatever reason it was not good. The only reason they stole your Geto Mazu is, don't tell me. Kurama, I turned wide. Yes, Kurama, they want to resurrect Jubi, Aim no Hitatsu no Kami, harbinger of destruction. Naruto said, as he closed his eyes. Naruto, we cannot let it be. If Jubi is back, then the only person who can fight it is you. I know, Kurama. That is why we have to gather all of your brothers and sisters. This organization called Akatsuki is really dangerous. Whoever steals the Geto Mazo statue is a person who has a Rinnegan or Sharingan. Maybe both. The members that we know are Itachi Uchiha, Kisame Hashigaki, Sasori of the Red Sand, Deidara the Bomber, and your blue-haired lover. He smirked behind his cage. Kurama, why must you mention her? But still, she is our insider, and that happened quite about 3 years ago when I was in my advanced henge. And surely that man named Pain is really cruel. He is the leader of the Akatsuki. He closed his eyes tighter. Yeah, I know about Naruto. That is when you travel to Amigakure, and its leader is already changed. I know. Flashback 3 years ago, Amigakure. Young Naruto who travels towards Amigakure, who is said to be in a state of war. He henged into AIM civilian with a very low chakra, but it seems their leader is not to be underestimated, as he caught Naruto chakra's signature with its rain. The leader soon sent Konan, the blue-haired woman who is called the Angel, with a paper flower origami hairpin wearing an Akatsuki cloak. She spotted Naruto near the border, as Naruto seemed to live in the small house. Show yourself, intruder, Konan said in monotone voice, as she had never felt emotion since Hihiko died. Naruto showed himself in henge. He is now standing at 6'0", wearing a kitsune mask with his attire consisting of ANBU shirt with black long ANBU pants. His Rikudo sword strapped in his waist waiting for action. May I know what a pretty lady is doing here? Naruto asked innocently. Why are you crossing our borders? The area is forbidden for strangers, and you are not welcomed here, Konan said while floating in the air with her paper wing. I see, but I am sorry that I cannot do that, Konan. He releases his mask, and activates his Iron no Rinnegan, making it spin looking at Konan's eyes till she is unconscious. He grabbed her, and walked towards his cottage, and put her in bed, while there is 3 children who saw in confusion as to why their Oni-chan brought stranger. After a few hours, Konan's eyes stirred, as she still recalled what happened to her. She looked at the place, and soon realized that she was at the man's house. As she looked around, she saw 3 children circling around the table, as it seemed to be waiting for dinner. One of the kids looked at her, and saw that she was awake, and ran into the man who had defeated her. She looked at her, and saw that he looked a lot like Hihiko, spiky hair although it was blonde, and a smiley face with his gentle personality. So you finally awake? Naruto said. Yeah, why didn't you just kill me? Konan asked. Why? Well, I just didn't want to see such a beautiful woman die, in front of the kids too. He looked at the kid who seemed to be eager to eat. Oni-chan, stop flirting with Oni-chan, and give us food when we're hungry, you know. The spiky black hair said. Naruto, and Konan blushed at the child behavior. Fine, Yum-chan, why don't you help Oni-chan to sit here? Hi. The girl with the silky black hair said. Naruto, Konan, and the kids soon eat dinner together, Konan was surprised that the man who just defeated her has shown that the kids here is almost the same replica as her childhood. Konan is also surprised that the kid's dream is to overwhelm Amagekure. It appears that the child is the family of Hanzo that survived because the cruelness of Nagato. She had no idea that Nagato could be so cruel. She remembered that he is the most soft kind person, but now he is different. Why? Why did you show me this? Is it because you want me to join you? Konan asked. Konan, the peace that Nagato wants is not true peace. Your friend is already falling towards the darkness who hungers for power. Konan looks at me. He closed his eyes, and soon morphed into Rinnegan. Your eyes? Konan was shocked that there is someone who is the same as Nagato. Yes, Konan, I have these eyes too. Konan, I'll show you how Nagato is killing the kid's family without remorse. Naruto closing to her, as he put his hand at her head. Konan was startled. Nagato, her only known friend, is the killing Hanzo family who has already surrendered to him being killed, and these kids have already known pain, and still show sanity. She soon shed tears, and cried at Naruto's chest, and Naruto only hugged her trying to comfort her. Naruto is your name, is it? Yes, Konan? I will join you, and I will become an Akatsuki spy for you, she said. Naruto's eyes went wide. You can't, it's too risky. I know that, Naruto-kun, but I know you have something big ahead of you, and I trust you to bring true peace. Konan, I thank you. After this I will need to leave again to continue my spy network. Don't worry if you are having trouble, I'll be there for you, Naruto said, but Naruto looked at Konan's face, and looked sad. Before Naruto could ask what's happening, her lips met his. Naruto, and Konan blushed at this. After Naruto and Konan kiss, Naruto's son gives 4 of them farewell, and Konan a goodbye kiss. Flashback end. I hope she will be fine, Naruto said. After that, Naruto was being teased by Kurama to never-ending quarrel, and Naruto soon ended the conversation, leaving Naruto to sleep. At this time right now, the council were in uproar at Sarutobi's statement that Naruto won't be punished to any sort of punishment, and they were shocked to see the old Hokage have the will of fire burned within him once again. And most of the clan head were smirking at the civilian council's side. 6 months later, after about 6 months of training, Naruto could see the differences between the past Team 7 and the now Team 7. Naruto now stood at 6'0". He grew, as his training at Pocket Dimension. His crazy-like training with his team has made him act more like a Sennin. Even Kakashi thought that Naruto was a Sennin. If only he knew. Now they are meeting at Training Ground 7. Kakashi, as always late. Sasuke is now reading Genjutsu that Naruto gave him. Sakura is also reading about human anatomy and medical ninjutsu. Naruto himself meditating his senjutsu. For the past 6 months Sasuke has become more open and friendly, but still keeps his Uchiha line. He also developed his Sharingan into more potent. He trained with his Sharingan, but never showed it at battle except at dangerous time. His Uchiha Taijutsu style Interceptor Fist now on the level of mid-Jounin bordering high Jounin. He has more ninjutsu arsenal now. Katan, Hao Senka no Jutsu, Katan, Ryuka no Jutsu, Katan, Guryuka no Jutsu, Katan, Karya Enden, Katan, Goenka. He also had affinity for lightning, but there was not enough to train for it. Sakura is also changing. She is now a medical nin for Team 7. She never fawned over Sasuke like 6 months ago. She asked for Naruto to teach her to be medical nin. He agreed, and Naruto was surprised that Sakura has talent for medical nin. She has a high affinity for water, a very good one for medic nin. Kakashi too has changed. Well, not too much. He might be looking at his book less, and the difference is he is only 1 hour late. Naruto had to kick Kakashi's ass for being late. Kakashi is Naruto's father student. Regret won't bring him anywhere. He really needs to get laid. Kakashi has arrived, and waved his hand at his usual lazy manner. Yo. Kakashi give them a nice smile. You late, Kakashi-sensei? Naruto said not to move from his meditating position. Oh, sorry for being late. The thing is, I nominate the 3 of you for the Chunin Exam, Kakashi said. Sasuke smirked. About time, right, Naruto? Of course we'll see how you are doing, as of right now. This will be a good opportunity to test you, and Sakura's skill. Naruto said, still in his position. Yeah, I really wanted to test my skill at combat too. Those crazy 6 months of training make me a different person, Sakura said. Kakashi gave them a nice smile. Well, since the 3 of you has more teamwork and skill, I say you 3 has ready. Now sign these paper, and I will give it to Hokage. The 3 of them signed the paper, and hand it back to Kakashi. For now you can do whatever you want, no training. Oh, and tomorrow go to room 301 at 10 a.m. Don't be late, or you'll be disqualified. And so he leaves with Shunshin. So Naruto, what do you think about the exam? Sasuke asked. Not too much. We get to meet another village nin, and experience danger, and many things. Naruto said. Naruto is the genin who passed the Chunin Exam. Are they guaranteed to become Chunin or not? Sakura asked. Good question. No, they don't. The one who will become Chunin is a person who acts like a Chunin, leadership, perceptive, strong, intelligent, and not brash at doing things. And I'm fairly sure that between you and your friend Zeno, you are no doubt 10 times stronger. Sakura blushed at being praised. Before this, Sakura would have yelled at Naruto. Oh yeah, Naruto, if you saw our ability, what do you think our levels are? Sasuke asked, as he is kinda curious what level he is for being trained by slave driver, as Naruto. Sasuke, you are no doubt mid-jounin. Meanwhile, Sakura, you are high chunin. But we have to be careful. The competitor will no doubt give us a good fight, and there are people stronger than both of you. And I don't think that this year exam will be just as good as last year, Naruto said. That is great, but still, what do you mean by there will be something wrong? You don't need to be paranoid, Sasuke said. I guess so. As Naruto and his team walked through the streets of Konoha, they found Tsunanin holding Sandaime grandson Konohamaru. He is also Naruto's friend, and often called him boss, now rival. He is being held by a person who wears a sort of cat-like suit. He also wears makeups. Naruto also saw a blonde girl with a large fan behind her. She seemed to try to calm her team. Drops the kid, we might get into trouble. Gaara might be here, the blonde said, worried about her teammates. Don't worry, Temari, this won't take long. The man called Kankuro now cocked his fist, trying to hit Konohamaru till Naruto stopped him. I suggest you drop the kid. He is Sandaime Hokage's grandson, unless if you want to start another war. Naruto walked at Kankuro. Kankuro was pissed. Who the hell the blonde thought he was? While Temari blushing at seeing Naruto's body, Konohamaru shouted while tried to break from Kankuro. In a flash, Naruto grabs Konohamaru and punches Kankuro in the face, making him drop to the ground hard. As Kankuro tried to stand up, Sasuke held him using kunai at his throat. That is when a feminine voice came from one of the poles. As they looked up, Stop it, Kankuro, you are a disgrace to our village. A beautiful girl with a fair skin, auburn long straight hair down to her waist with green eyes. She has no distinctive pupil, and has tanuki-like black eye rings. She also has kanji for love, AI, on the left side of her forehead. She has a DD cup covered by her dress that she wore. She dresses in a black full bodysuit with t-shirt-like sleeves, 3/4 length legs, and an open neck. She wore a white cloth over her right shoulder, and the left side of her hips, and a wide leather band system over the left shoulder, and right side of her hips. With this leather band she carried around her gorge, she also wrapped her black hideate over the band. She went to the ground with San Shunshin. She looked up to see a familiar face. I have blonde hair, a pair of blue eyes, strange monk outfit. She pointed at Naruto, who at the same time Naruto also did the same. You, both of them said. Suddenly, as time seemed to have stopped, Gaara's face became softened, and tears started to drop. She suddenly ran to Naruto, and hugged him furiously. Naruto hugged her back, and the people around them seemed to confused. Temari and Kankuro are confused about why their sister is hugging a stranger, while Sasuke and Sakura, who is this girl, and what connection she has to Naruto? Naruto-kun, where have you been? I have waited for 6 years, and you will never come back. Tell me why. You should know that I miss you. Please explain. She cried loudly. That Naruto frowned his eyes. I am sorry, Gaara. You know that I am under training when I know you, but I do promise that we will meet again, right? She looked at him, and then buried her head at his chest again, while punching at his chest softly. Baka baka baka. Flashback 6 years ago. Sunagakure, a little girl around 6 years old with red hair, sitting in one of the swings alone. She never had a friend. People call her monster, and never wanted to be close to her. She is also the daughter of Yondaime Kazekage, but unfortunately she is cast off, and no one ever wants to be close to her. This is Gaara no Sabaku Ichibi no Tanuki Jinchuriki. A young blonde-looking boy slowly approached the girl at the swing. He had a strange outfit, but looked wise. He also pitied the girl for not having friends, and he knew why she didn't have one. Hey, why are you alone here? Where are your friends? The blonde asked. I don't have any friends. She looked away. Well, do you want to be my friend? He smiled. She looked shocked. No one has ever looked at her as her friend. And now a strange-looking boy trying to befriend him. Do you really mean it? She looked at him with hopeful eyes. Of course it is. My name is Naruto. He gave her a foxy grin. My name is Gaara. She gave him a first genuine smile. Alright, Gaara, nice to meet you. Now that we become friends, let's play. He extended his hand with a smile that never left his face. Gaara nodded, and took his hand. Kazekage and Yashimara looked in the distance, and were surprised that Gaara made foreign-looking friends. This of course makes them happy because no one ever wanted to be her friend. Kazekage, despite his attitude towards Gaara, still loves her as a daughter. Yashimara, you are to look at Gaara. She is now having a friend, and I appreciate it that he doesn't get killed by the stubborn council, Kazekage said. Yashimaru nodded. Of course, Kazekage-sama. During 1 year within Sunigekure, Naruto has befriended Gaara, and Gaara is really happy that she is having a friend, and will always be with her. But during those times Naruto has to kill several shinobi that have been paid by the council to kill him or Gaara. He also asked Yashimaru, who is always shocked that Naruto could kill those shinobi, to Kazekage to keep his eyes on his shinobi more. Yashimaru of course nodded, and agreed. Gaara also found out that she is having a crush on Naruto, but she never told him until he decided to leave. This saddened Gaara greatly. When it's time to say goodbye, and to all those years, Naruto gave her a promise. Gaara-chan, I am about to leave, but I promise you that I will come back. He gave her a heartwarming smile. But promise me when you come back, you must become my husband. Promise me. She shouted at him while closing her eyes, afraid that her crush denied it. Naruto just smiled at her. I promise, Gaara-chan. I'll see you later then, Gaara-chan, and become stronger kunoichi when we meet again. He then leaves a swirl of vortexes, leaving Gaara behind. I promise I'll be stronger than Naruto-kun. She smiled while a single tear dropped from her eyes. Gaara becomes colder and colder after every year passed since her crush left her. She was almost cold to everyone, but she knew that Naruto would come back. She is also getting stronger and stronger. Her father is also worried that her daughter might be more distant with the village. Her seal might be repaired by her crush so she could get more sleep. The only one who can make her happy is only Naruto, and Kazekage knew about it. The boy secretly is a seal master, going so far as to repair Gaara's seal. Her brother and sister also being ignored by Gaara, making them always distant, but Temari also worried about her little sister. And so year passed, and Naruto haven't come back either till Chunin Exam. Her hope were coming back. She knew that various genin from other village tried to participate, and this is her chance to find her love. End flashback. Naruto smiled as he remembered those days at Suna. Gaara-chan, I promise that I will be your future husband, but do you truly love me? Gaara nodded. Of course. When we first met I knew that you are my only person that truly cares about me. She smiled. Well, since tomorrow is the exam we should probably head back to our home. No, I want to explore the village with you, Kankuro Temari. This is Naruto, my fiancé. Naruto is my brother and sister. Naruto turned to look at her siblings. Oh, nice to meet you. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. I never saw you when I visited the village all those years. He extended his hand, offering to shake hand. Temari instantly shakes his hand, and Kankuro just scoffs, but Gaara glares at him, making him shake Naruto's hand without hesitation. Well, we were never told by Oto-sama that Gaara has a fiancé. Temari looked at him with a slight blush. Ah, I see. Well, it's good that Gaara-chan has siblings to keep her company. If that is all, we have to get going. I'll see you around, Kankuro-san, Temari-chan, he said, and left with Gaara and his teammate. Can you believe that? I thought that she will always like that, and it seems that I was wrong, Temari said, looking at her sister who went with Naruto. Well, whoever he is, he better not hurt Gaara, Kankuro said with bored tone. Temari grinned. Boy, this is the first time I saw that you care for Gaara. What's the sudden change? Temari, you know that Gaara never smiles like that, and I appreciate the blonde anyway. After encountering Gaara and her siblings Naruto and his team exploring Konoha while Sasuke and Sakura looked at him, and Gaara, how did he meet Gaara? Naruto, I'll see you tomorrow at usual place, said Sasuke, who lazily waved his hand. And don't be late, Naruto. Sakura also waving her hand while running, leaving Naruto and Gaara alone. Soon they were at the front of the Tuchi ramen stand, and ate ramen with large portions, especially Naruto. Then they were talking about past years, and to Naruto's surprise Gaara never talked with anyone, and it seemed pointless without him being around. But he knew that she was really lonely all those years. Naruto's son looked at Konoha with Gaara, a Hokage monument. They talked about something that Naruto wasn't expecting. Wind Daimyo has cut the budget towards Sunigekure, making living there strained, and of course the mission were given towards Konoha that were supposed to be handled by Sunigekure. But one thing that Naruto knew about Gaara's father probably has been provoked by the Suna Council. He heard that Sunigekure will tend to invade Konoha with a new village called Otogekure. This seemed odd that Naruto knew that Rice Country doesn't have a shinobi village in the past. That is why Naruto-kun, my purpose of being sent here is to obliterate Konoha with Shikaku. The council still believes that I'm still unstable. I see. Well, I will check it out more to see if something is wrong. Tell your Jounin-sensei to send a message to Kazekage in my name that I will solve the problem, Naruto said while Gaara nodded. Thank you, Naruto-kun. Promise me after this we will have more fun. She took his cheeks and kissed him. Don't worry about it. I will give you more soon. He kissed her forehead while Gaara blushing. Naruto and Gaara parted while Naruto was still thinking about talking with Hokage about invasion. He decided to let it be for a while. He went towards the grave where his father was buried. He then talked with Kurama with mental link. Kurama, my father sealed half of your chakra inside his body, right? Asked Naruto while Kurama nodded. Yes, that man foolishly sealed my yin chakra inside himself, leaving my yang chakra inside your body. Kurama growled at the past. Well, then we have to take back your chakra from my father's body. I hope no one will notice me. He clapped his hands together, and slammed his hands to the ground, and a coffin with 4th number carved in it. Soon the coffin opened, revealing Yondaime Hokage in an unconscious state, and fell to the ground. Naruto soon examined his father's body, revealing his seal 8 trigram seal. And Naruto moved his hand at his father's stomach to take the yin chakra from his father's body. His hand turned white, and soon pulled the yin chakra, and sealed it inside himself. Kurama now felt complete once again, and grateful that Naruto has helped him. Naruto soon returns his father's body to the coffin, and claps his hand once again, making the coffin go inside the ground. Naruto let out a sigh. Kurama, how do you feel? Well, what do you think? I feel incredible. Yes, sure. And Kurama doesn't boast around saying you are the strongest Bijou because you know that the strongest Bijou is your mother Jubi. Naruto said, making Kurama stop cheering. Well, I am sorry anyway. I am just overexcited. He sheepishly chuckled. That's good then. Well, let's return towards our home. Naruto leaving the grave with swirl of vortex while deactivating the barrier. Naruto soon found himself in bed. Now that Kurama in chakra is back, he suddenly became at peace. He slowly closed his eyes, waiting for tomorrow's Chunin Exam. Next day, Chunin Exam. Naruto dressed himself like his usual attire with his leaf hitate at his forehead, and 6 magatama strapped at his necklace. And he also brought a large black scroll behind him. He took his shikujo, and strapped his sword at his waist. He then wore his new haori with black rinnegan beneath its 5 main elemental pattern: fire, wind, earth, water, and lightning. He looked at the clock at 9 a.m., still 1 hour before the test. He went to Training Ground 7 to meet up with his team. During the walk he noticed that people didn't fully recognize him, as he looked like a priest with a well-toned body, making the girls look at him with lust-filled eyes. He decided to move faster to avoid the girls, as sometimes his hormones make the girls who look at him become in heat. And his last guess is Kyuubi who could do it. Naruto cursed, as he finally arrived at Training Ground 7 looking at his teammates Sasuke and Sakura. Sasuke seemed to have changed his shirt. Instead of the blue navy, he wore a black one with a smaller Uchiha crest behind it. He also wore a black hitate. He had Shikudo strapped to his side back with a belt. His hands are also bandaged with a steel black arm guards that cover his forearms. Sakura is also the same, but her hair is shorter, and her eyes full of determination rather than the old fangirl attitude. Sasuke has a smirk on his face. Naruto, are you ready to become a Chunin or a priest? Naruto just smiled. That is for me to keep the secret, and for you to find out. HN show off. Like you're one to talk. Naruto smirked. Alright, stop the bickering, and let's go. I can't wait to show our team goes. Sakura said. Well, that's fine by me. Naruto said. Mine too. Sasuke nodded. Naruto and his team walked towards the academy for their first exam, and soon found out that there is a genjutsu with a room number 301. Sasuke almost told them, but Naruto put his hand on his shoulder telling him that it was not necessary. Sasuke found out what Naruto meant, and nodded, and moved towards the exam room, but stopped by a green spandex wearing guy with thick eyebrows and shiny bowl-shaped hair that Naruto didn't know existed. Naruto, who this person is? My name is Rock Lee. You Sasuke Uchiha, I want to challenge you to a duel. The green spandex wearing guy said while pointing at Sasuke. Why should I accept such a challenge? We knew that it's a waste of time anyway. Sasuke said while crossing his arms. I want to test my challenge against the Uchiha to show my strength of hard work. Rock Lee said. Sasuke looked at Naruto, who nodded. Alright, here you strange brows, let's see what you got. Sasuke moves into his taijutsu stance interceptor style, while Lee also moves into Goken stance. As they didn't move for a little while, they soon vanished, exchanging fist and kick. Sasuke without his Sharingan is not complete, however with Naruto's crazy training he is able to fight more well without Sharingan, something that Sasuke respects Naruto's training. Lee was surprised that the Uchiha could hold up against his Goken and speed, while he was being taught by Mado Guy, the green beast of Konoha. He was also surprised that Sasuke had the same as his sensei, but he never gives up on his hard work. After trading blows, Lee and Sasuke leapt back. Lee then unwrapped his bandage at both of his arms, trying to use Kinjutsu that he learned from Guy. Naruto realized the technique Omote Range. Sasuke also noticed that strange stance, and prepared for his own, but before Lee and Sasuke fought each other, Naruto appeared in the middle of the fight. That's enough, Lee, You are trying to use a kinjutsu while Sasuke doesn't know it. I know what it is, Naruto said while narrowing his eyes dangerously at Lee, who shuddered. Why are you stopping the fight? It is youthful, Lee shouted. Because I knew that even if you use that technique you will lose. Isn't that right, Guy-sensei? Naruto said, looking at the corner at the corridor that made Ogai appeared, shocking everyone who doesn't know that he is hiding. The man is also the same as his student, except he wore a Jounin flak jacket that unzipped with the hideate that wrapped at his waist. That is true, and Lee, you will be punished for trying to use the technique, Guy said while looking back at Naruto. I am sorry for my student behavior, Naruto-san. He bowed, and Naruto nodded. Next time try to teach him manners. We don't want the shinobi of Konoha fighting each other, right? Naruto asked, raising his eyebrows. Guy beads sweat rolled. Of course, Naruto-san. Guy shouted with his nice guy pose. Good. We'll see you around, Rock Lee. Let's go, Naruto said, and his two teammates nodded, following him to the exam room. Naruto and his team left for the exam room. Lee was confused at his sensei behavior, and decided to ask, Guy-sensei, why are they acting strange in front of Naruto-san? Lee asked. Guy frowned at the question. Lee, whatever you do, you must be careful around him. He is really dangerous, and what I mean dangerous, he could easily defeat our Hokage. Lee paled at this. Really? Then how could you know about that, Guy-sensei? Guy took a deep breath. You will see later, my student. Lee nodded. He decided to be careful around him later at the exam. Meanwhile, Naruto and his team reached the exam room, and saw that Kakashi was there. Kakashi-sensei, what are you doing here? Naruto asked. Well, I just wanted to give my cute little genin good luck, Kakashi said while giving them an eye smile. Naruto rolled his eyes. Well, thanks anyway. Oh, and told Hokage Gigi that I will speak to him when the second exam is over. This is serious. Kakashi turned serious. How serious? Kakashi asked. Dead serious. Alright, then I'll tell the Hokage about this. Kakashi leave in the swirl of leaves. What is that about Naruto? Sasuke asked, getting curious the better of him. I'll tell you later, now let's get inside. Once they were inside, various genin from the whole village were there. Iwagakure, Kirigakure, Kumogakure, and Sunagakure, and Konohagakure, and it seems 5 major villages are joining the exam. The minor village is Amigakure, Otogakure, the new village, Takigakure Fu seems to be with her teams, and many more. The first exam seems to be the written exam. The room is already filled with killing intent, but Naruto just shrugged it off. His team is also unaffected, and it's really good for him to teach them. He saw that there was another team from his year, Team 8, and Team 10. He greeted them, as their personalities were still the same. Choji eating some potato chips, Shikamaru were snoring, mumbling about troublesome exam. Ino is well a bit of a fangirl of Uchiha, Shino is Shino. Hinata shyly stole a glance towards Naruto, and the dog breath. Are you people joining the exam too? Naruto asked. Yeah, but it's such a drag. Shikamaru leaned at the table. I know how you feel, Shika, but just hold it on, and you'll be fine with your team. Yeah, thanks anyway. Ino was closing with Sasuke, and Sakura, of course not wanting to make Naruto angry, just looked at Ino with distasteful, and Sasuke mentally asking for help from Naruto, who amusingly ignored. Then there is another Konoha genin with glasses approaching them. Can you please quiet down? You attract so much attention, the Konoha genin said. Well, it depends. Naruto analyzing the genin. He smells like a snake, and is sneaky. My name is Kabuto Yakushi. I already took the exam last year, and it's not easy. The man named Kabuto said with a smile that raising Naruto suspicious. How many times have you taken the exam? Kiba asked. Around 7 times. Wow, you must be stupid as fuck, or you might be tough shit. Well, maybe both, I guess. Naruto smirked, taunting Kabuto, who flinched. Well, you can't underestimate me anyway. I have this card that takes information of other genin. If you like, I could give you the people you like to know if you know her name. Niji, who took interest from the other side, walked towards him. I want to know about Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke Uchiha, and Sabaka no Gaara. Team 7 narrowing their eyes at Niji. Oh, you know their names well then. First is Sabaka no Gaara. She is with a team from Sunagakure. Her teammates are Sabaka no Kankuro, and Sabaka no Tamari. She has completed 0 D-rank missions, 9 C-rank missions, 19 B-rank missions, and 3 A-rank missions, and wow, she never had injuries at her missions. The team was shocked except for Team 7, who already knew that she is Naruto's fiancé. Alright then, next Sasuke Uchiha. He is from Team 7. His sensei is Kakashi Hatake with Naruto Uzumaki and Sakura Haruno as his teammates. He already unlocked his mature Sharingan. He has already completed 500 D-rank missions, 24 C-rank missions, 14 B-rank missions, and 1 A-rank mission. He is also Rookie of the Year this year. Sasuke narrowed his eyes and whispered to Naruto. Naruto, do you think of Naruto? Naruto frowned. I know Sasuke. He had too much information about us. I am not going to let any information go through, and I must tell this to Hokage. Sasuke nodded, already suspicious about this man who knew their information. Alright, next is before Kabuto could tell Naruto abilities. Naruto took the card and ripped it to shreds. You should not tell someone information without permission, that is rude. Naruto smiled while killing intent surrounded him, and Kabuto seemed to flinch. Alright, I am truly sorry, Kabuto said. A few minutes later the proctor of the exam arrived, and he is from torture and interrogation office. He explained the rules, and of course Naruto just looked at him with a bored look on his face. The proctor name is Marino Ibiki. When the paper was given to him he already knew the purpose of this test was to cheat. Naruto just answered the question easily. He took a quick glance at his team, and it seems Sasuke is using Sharingan to his advantage, and Sakura is already knowledgeable about this stuff. Naruto then uses Genjutsu, as if he is still writing exams with stoic face while truly he sleeps along with a certain Nara. After the exam is over the proctor offers to take the last question or forfeit so that they could join the exam next year. Many teams who forfeited, and Naruto of course just looks at him with a confused face, but deep down he already knows. Ibiki, who already passed the remaining participants, tried to explain till a smoke came from the window, and there was a sign, sexy proctor Anko Mitarashi has arrived. Everyone's sweat dropped on this. You early, Ibiki said. Of course, but Ibiki, you are too soft looking, there are too many of them. Anko whined. Maybe who got a good team this year? Well, whatever, when I'm done with them, they will be only half left. Alright Gaki, meet me at training ground 44, don't be late, Anko said while disappearing in a puff of smoke. Naruto and his team with a swirl of leaves, meanwhile Naruto with a swirl of vortex, startling everyone inside the room. When Ibiki gathered the exam paper he looked at Naruto's paper that stated, "Be careful about the Genin Kabuto Yakushi. He smells like a snake." Ibiki narrowed his eyes at this. Konoha will have a big event in the near future. The end. Thanks for watching my video, and make sure to check out the author of this fanfic. Link is in the description. See you next time. Till then, sayonara.